Now we are. Welcome back to Win in the Wild, session 47, folks. We are nearing the big 5-0, half a century.
Oh, we're gonna have a party.
Damn, my dad never reached 5-0.
Wow, that's topical. Oh man. All right, and in a heated roll off just before we went live, I believe Sean lost. So
I mean, you don't have to say it again. They all saw it.
So Sean lost. So it'd be Sean.
That's sad because I thought that Sean was going to beat me. My dad did before they got divorced, and he went to prison for selling crystal meth.
I think that's mostly a true story.
I'll never tell.
Alrighty, take it away, Caleb.
Win in the Wild, session 46, according to the internet. The party took a brief moment to prepare before descending into the hole. What a way of phrasing that.
Phrasing.
Anybody else want to go in the hole? It's the best hole. Anyway, Horace instinctively relied on glitter to float him down, while Jeatz and Almyre took the more practical approach of rappelling with a rope.
That's cool.
Once at the bottom, they hid behind a large rock, concealed from the impending threat. However, Jeatz was hit with an involuntary wild magic surge, causing him to start floating away. Fortunately, the effect wore off after a minute, sparing him from an untimely ascent. Suddenly, mind flayers descended upon them, declaring that Avery, how do you say that?
Thexelith,
the great heretic, did not like to be kept waiting. Two others, still unseen, were performing a ritual to bring Thexelith to full power. As the battle began, the party was relentlessly assailed by intelligence saving throws from the mind flayers' oppressive mental presence. While Almyre resisted the assault with ease, the rest of the party quickly found themselves struggling as the psychic onslaught took its toll. Jeatz, in a stroke of bad luck, wasted a 5th level spell slot, missing his Chaos Bolt, and immediately blacked out. I was having a bad fucking time. When he came to, his next Chaos Bolt struck the unfortunate Horace instead. Probably by accident. Maybe. Meanwhile, Almyre unleashed her signature fireball to obliterate the swarm of fast-approaching cranium rats. Horace took down the first mind flayer with a well-placed trip attack before finally drawing his longbow for the first time. I'd like to take a break and just say Avery did a really good job at leading up to the fact this was a mind flayer, and I never thought about it.
Seriously?
But I just want to point out there. No, I just didn't think about it. I'm not saying it's like a surprise, but I think you did a great job being like, there are brain rats, and then there are intelligence devourers, and then you know who hangs around intelligence devourers? Or they hang around mind flayers. Mm-hmm. Makes total sense. Great job.
Well, thank you.
Anyway,
we're just dumb.
Yeah, that's true. After judging by my intelligence rolls, absolutely true. After slaying half a dozen more rats, the party pushed forward, emerging from the darkness. Before them, they found 2 mind flayers engaged in a ritual to summon an elder brain. One was adorned with the crown that they sought. Suddenly, a surge of psionic energy erupted from the well, flinging glitter down with its sheer force. As the massive brain loomed before them, the party was struck with terror, each of them gripped by fear. Almyre managed to take down a second mind flayer before turning her hex upon the brain itself. Meanwhile, glitter fell under the brain's influence, but Jeatz recognized the effect just in time, counterspelling the confusion spell before it could take hold. Horace activated Thorn's ability, Holy Weapon, and charged forward, cutting down another mind flayer at a single strike. With his momentum carrying him forward, he turns his attention to Thexelith, unleashing 2 devastating critical hits while action surging. As a final flourish, he dismissed Holy Weapon, dealing a staggering 103 damage in total. However, before he could celebrate his triumph, Thexelith immediately grappled him and hurled him across the room. Seizing the moment, the Elder Brain followed up with a massive Mind Blast, hitting the entire party. Horace fell unconscious, and while with the party still shaken by fear, they were unable to reach him in time. Glitter took another devastating hit.
That
sounds like he
phrasing.
died.
He didn't die.
I'm playing a new character this time.
Yeah. Sean, can you go ahead and roll those D6s for me?
I'm playing Sir Illithid.
Yeah.
I'm playing Sir Boris Reynolt.
Glitter took another devastating hit from the brain blast. Barely clinging to life, she used the last of her strength to retreat, diving into Almyre's cloak, barely conscious. The party was in dire straits, surviving only by burning through their stockpile of potions. Jeatz, in the middle of the chaos, used absorb elements to mitigate some of the damage. His wild magic surged again, this time making him overwhelmingly happy for the next hour. Finally, he cast Fireball with a look of glee on his face, delivering the final blow to Thexilith. With his master slain, the last remaining cranium wrap attempted to plead for his life, but Jeatz ignored its cries and cut it down with an opportunity attack. A absorb elements filled opportunity attack.
I'm sorry.
As the dust settled, Glitter and Horace regained consciousness and the party approached the stage. To their surprise, the crown had still housed the spirit of long-deceased princess. When Jeatz donned it, Princess
Thydia, like Lydia.
Thydia manifested as a ghost. Though her memory was fragmented, she theorized that the Mind Flayers had kept their victim's brain alive after a failed attempt to destroy them, feeding on them in some twisted fashion. She lamented that her father never came to save her and her people. Almyre, however, told the grim truth. Her father had destroyed the elevator to ensure whatever lurked below never reached the surface again. Preparing to leave, the party gathered 5 more doses of the enchanted gems. Thydia, using her magic, activated the elevator, allowing them to ascend. As they rose, the party had time to reflect on their discoveries. They came to a crucial realization. The memory magic that Exurbia wields over the domain is merely a memory charm, just like Jordigan's cryptic comment about King Melchior's sudden reign suggested. If so, then these enchanted gems must be the key to breaking hold over them.
The sad part is, he's sitting down, probably knowing they're going to die, when he could have just kept them up there and just cut the elevator while they were still...
Yeah.
Well, it was a moment of panic. Okay.
I cast
reasons.
I guess how long after he set them down did he cut the elevator?
I mean, he'll never tell. He'll never tell.
I'm thinking immediately they get down there and he's like, okay, fuck it, they got it.
I cast Accio Crown, and then we don't go down at all.
I guess we don't.
It just appears to me.
Spooky music. We can do like. Do I not have a? No, I do have a cave.
Yay! I get inspiration again just to waste it.
Anyway, that's where we are now. Riding up the elevator. Yes, Caleb.
Did we take a short rest on the elevator?
Yeah, you can have a short rest.
Suddenly upset again.
Oh. Yeah, so this elevator is moving faster with Thydia's magic, but it's still going to be a while. So you guys can definitely get a short rest in on the elevator.
1d6.
Cavern's very, very wet.
Okay, very well.
We're doing them all. It's a lot of 6s. That was
absolutely dripping.
This game's absolutely dripping.
It'd be really nice if I got sorcery points back on short rest, but no. I don't.
Okay, so I realized before we started the session that 2 particular items that you picked up off of Odegaard's desk did not make their way into our inventory tracker. So I have added them there.
Oh, great.
I don't know if I should blame. That's one of them. Yes.
The book, right?
Well, the book was one of them.
The other one.
And the other one should be at the top of the list.
The amulet of healing?
No.
Arizel's letter.
Yes, there you go.
I usually don't add them. I just don't think about adding those kind of items to this.
But they're lore. They're dripping.
I know they are.
I know we need it.
I just don't think about it. I think of like healing stuff that heals and
No, I just.
I failed you, Avery. Punish me, DM.
I figured whenever we sat down for a long rest next, I would break out the letter and we would read it together.
Yeah,
how much
I
time
just
do we
wanted to
have
make
left
sure
on
that
this
you still
elevator?
had it. Probably another hour or so.
Oh God! I guess
it's like
down and read one of these letters. Yeah,
Thydia is sitting next to you. She's still astrally. Well, she's not. I wouldn't say astrally projecting. She's projecting herself from the ground, just kind of hanging out.
Yeah, why don't you read us this letter?
You want me to read?
Oh yes. Probably good to
I can
read
speak common, but read it. It's been so long. If it was in my native tongue of Dwarvish.
Okay, how about
That's also
Almyre
how I
reads
feel.
it to you, and then you repeat it back.
Why
Oh.
would I do that?
I'm kidding. That's an
Is it-
inefficient.
Am I in hell?
Almyre, do you want to read the letter?
Yes. I guess now would be as good a time as any to read it, since we're going to be on the elevator for so long.
Almyra, since when can you read Dwarvish?
It's not in Dwarvish. It's in Odegaard. Common. I don't know.
From areas, though.
Yes,
Well,
it's
oh,
in, it's
There
in,
is
Oh,
Sorry.
oh,
Oh,
it's
well
a-
then it's probably in Sylvan, which or
Oh, that's okay.
Elvish.
no, it's in common. Areas
Oh, it's in common.
Is in common.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's
I'm
his
going
am now
my mind
fluid.
flare. He's lost it. Shove him off.
So
I
okay,
shape change into Odegaard. It was me the whole time.
Oh my god. I've been here the whole time.
Okay, so there is the letter in Discord. If
It's in
whoever's reading
Discord?
wants to read it.
Okay.
Mhm.
I shall read it. One in the wild. My most beloved Odegaard, I hope this letter finds you well. I have heard whispers on the wind that the church has taken a keen interest in the extraplanar. I do hope these inquisitions are mere whims and nothing more. As per my agreement with your King Melchior, any and all magics outside of his direct influence should be deferred to me. Should this agreement be broken, remember, I built everything your empire stands on. I can and will topple the pedestal your king sits on, stone by precious stone. Ariazel. P.S. I've recently come into possession of psionically active gems that seem to disrupt memory charms. Be wary. If the eclipse finds these, it would spell the church's doom. Even though generations of Lucerans have been born under Melchior's reign, I fear these gems could have disastrous effects. Oh!
Interesting. They're wiping the history out of everyone's minds.
Mm.
Mm.
Goodness. Well.
Noting that down for future.
So, does that mean we should grab some of these stones in here?
Well, you are on the elevator on your way up, so
well,
that's a little too late for
never
that.
mind.
But you do have 13 of doses of gems, of basically like 13
Oh,
small piles
cool.
of powder.
Okay.
So
Well, maybe we can give this to the Eclipse when we find them. And they can...
Good. Sorry.
yeah,
do-
you do
you know,
get the
use it to
sense
their-
that you're not sure how Ariazel might have come into possession of these particular stones, but you get the sense that the stones that you have would be of the same nature that Ariazel is talking about in his letter here.
I know it's a small, but maybe insignificant thing. Do we know the gender of Ariazel?
He presents as at least the astral projection from the wild long ago presents as like an old man.
Okay.
But
And Ariazel is connected to the mother of changelings, right?
yes.
Okay.
And I think actually, in the flashbacks, I did describe him as a young man. When you guys were in used the lens of time.
Mm-hmm.
Way back in session 30 something, I don't know. It's been a long time.
We have some of these crystals from the cave, right?
Yeah, like I said, you get the sense that the crystals or the gem that Ariazel is speaking of is of the same nature.
And I guess it wouldn't really affect us because we haven't lived on this plane in, I guess,
Yeah, you're
their
not
whole
sure.
life. I was just young, so I didn't know what this confusion spell could be hiding from
Right. Yeah.
everyone else.
Yeah, Horace, go ahead.
Hmm.
Actually, go ahead and roll me just roll me an intelligence check really quick.
Or would a Beauregard maybe existed when I was young? Well, I guess I don't know how long the time things. Intelligence is dirty 20.
Nice. So, I will say flat out, 50 years have passed since you left the wild.
Okay.
So,
Wait.
I actually recently had to. Sorry, since you left the material plane, Horace, sorry.
Oh,
I got the backwards.
I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
sorry.
what? I thought it was the other way around.
No.
I knew what you meant. I
Yeah,
just
50
didn't.
years.
I didn't
Yeah, so
register that.
it's been 50 years since Horace went to the wild from the material plane, and it has been 30 years and 30 material plane years. 30 material plane years since Widdershins disappeared from the material plane and into the wild. So, Horace, it had been like 20 something. You were 20 something by the time Widdershin showed up near your cabin that you had in the Spring Court.
And would I have known about Odegaard before if he was?
As a child, no. You were so far north. I would think that Odegaard probably never came up. I mean, the church existed, sure, but it would stand to reason that Odegaard probably wasn't even in power at that point. Although he's old, he probably wouldn't have had a high priest position even at 30. However that math works out.
I wonder if we can get these to some, I don't know, just normal people to see if we can find out if it reveals anything about what happened here while I was, after I came to the left material plane. I don't know. It could reveal maybe how Odegaard came to power. It could reveal maybe how, maybe Ares wiped himself from everyone's memory. Or for the most part.
Yes, these are very, very important questions.
I guess we can check out this other book later, but I assume we're probably almost up.
Yeah, you guys, after deliberating over Ariazel's letter, finally reach the top of the elevator shaft. It comes to a very rapid stop, nearly lifting you up off of the floor of the elevator. Sorry about that. Thydia says, I could have slowed it down, but I'd forgotten. But yeah, so you are very near the door that you walked through to, that you left King Hammerholder to come down in the first place, which is pretty close to the rails that you guys came down in. Sorry, this cavern is going crazy.
Where's all this water coming from?
Let's see. Let me see if I've got anything that's like moody. I see that doesn't quite right. Mood music is kind of hard to get just right, Why not? Song's loud though. Okay. So you guys reach the top of the elevator shaft, and you can kind of see just in the distance, you see the ghostly dwarven king Thudric Hammerholder kind of pacing back and forth by the door, nearby where the elevator mechanism is.
Thudric.
At this point, when you guys get to the top, Thydia has disappeared.
Oh.
Though Almyre, you do still, or I guess Jeatz, you are wearing the crown. You still feel her presence in the crown, despite her visage going. Oh, he turns to you, Horace. Oh, you're back in one piece. Yes, I was anxiously awaiting your return. I felt the eyes that were watching, they disappeared very suddenly. And the chanting had stopped.
I'm just glad you didn't cut down the elevator again.
Oh, no, it definitely never crossed my mind. No, of course, I would never do something like that.
Well, I believe you do have some explaining to do to a family member of yours.
He looks around and says, What? Wait, what do you mean? And
where'd she go?
Thydia,
there she is.
Lydia very sheepishly, she appears behind Jeatz and then kind of steps out. And I don't have tokens for this because I had minis, but very sheepishly steps out from behind Jeatz and says, She takes a deep breath and she says, This meeting is melancholy, Father. I have dreamt of this moment for the 40 years that I was down there, waiting for you to come save us. And here you are. However, all I feel is hate. These good people told me what you did, and I spent the last hour trying to justify your actions, but I think I can't. If I see you in the afterlife, so be it. But you'll never feel my embrace again. And Thudrick tries to stammer out an excuse, but Thydia disappears, and Jeatz, you feel her presence in the crown wisp away.
As in, she's no longer in the crown.
Right. Like she's chosen to pass on.
Well, she's gone, but I don't know if this is insightful or obvious, but I'm guessing that you didn't want the crown for, like, personal material reasons, but more for, like, emotional depth reasons?
You know, I've just lost a hat.
Thudrick is kind of flabbergasted, and you see like this blob of spirit energy kind of roll down his cheek as it appears that he's crying, and he falls to his ghostly knees, and he says, I feel if I even could hold on to that crown, it would hold too many terrible memories. I do not want it. You yourself can power the minecarts to get back up to Burken if you'd like. I think I feel myself fading like it is time to pass, but something is holding me here. Horace, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
And that 20?
With a natural 20, you feel your amulet on your chest kind of vibrate with energy.
Oh God.
And with the nat
Hammer.
20, I'll give you the choice. Do you let the amulet do its thing, or do you kind of walk away?
I think it's only right that you get the punishment that you deserve.
You take a step closer to him, and your amulet flares with energy, and Ball speaks very loudly, locks eyes. Well, King Thudrick locks eyes with the amulet, and he kind of falls back over, and the amulet floats off of your chest. And you hear the spirit of Ball within say, "You, sir, are a fiend, and now that the curse is broken thanks to this group, you shall not walk the halls of your fathers. You shall spend your eternity in the depths of the hells." And you see this red energy lash out from your amulet, Horace, and it like absorbs and kind of destroys the magical spirit that is King Thudrick, and like a vacuum vortex swirls it up, and your amulet stops vibrating.
Well, onward.
Well, I guess he's gone too.
Wasn't he supposed to lead us through?
So as you guys are standing here, you do see another minecart that's sitting here, and it's going up in the opposite direction as the one that you guys had exited.
I don't think we need him.
Yeah, now Jeatz, as you are wearing this crown, you have gotten a little bit familiar with it. So I'll say that Thydia was kind enough to kind of explain how it works. So this item is the Hammerholder crown, and it is in D&D Beyond, so you can add it to your inventory, Jeatz. Now, I will say you do have to attune to it if you want to use its properties, aside from just making the minecarts work.
Oh boy, guess who has one more attunement slot? That's right, it's your boy.
So this is the crown of the now extinct Hammerholder lineage. After attuning to this crown once per day, you can channel their dwarven magic and either cast Stone Shape or Chain Lightning.
Oh, that's dope.
Nice.
So next time we sleep, I can.
Well, you can use that. It's fully charged, basically. So
I meant like attune to it. I have to wait to attune to it.
you can attune on a short rest. So we'll say, as Thydia was explaining it to you, you can attune to it.
Can we say that I attuned to it, like as we came up to the thing?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
cool.
what I was saying.
Gotcha. It's a ring.
Yeah, I flavored it as a ring because I didn't know if there was going to be something weird with the.
Dwarves' heads are pretty small, so
It is kind of small. It's small in your head.
Yeah. It's a thumb ring. I shape changed my thumb specifically to be one size larger.
It's actually it's an anklet.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Yeah, you like make your foot like a noodle, so you can slip it on there.
Oh yeah.
All right, cool.
And when you attune to it, it kind of molds to the bone, and it never moves.
Yeah, it kind of looks cursed to me. You know, if you, I don't think you can take that thing off again.
Oh, do you know this? It's kind of similar to what you're doing to me.
What? What?
What?
It was Jojo was kind of like it's like morphed into him. It's a ball.
Oh,
The way you described ball, it was kind of part of me.
yeah.
No, I am a part of you. That crown is just, it's kind of a cool ankle bracelet, you know?
Yeah, I really miss my hat. Anyways, I guess we should take this minecart and see where it takes us.
Does it
Alrighty.
go up?
Yes, it does go up.
Oh,
And yeah, with no real sense. Well, I guess do one of you always have like a sense of north? Is that? Did one of you have, like,
I
the
think that
alert
might be
feat?
some of my
Or
wishes.
is that Dungeon
I-
Delver?
No, that was yeah, I think that's Dungeon Delver. Alert doesn't do that.
Gotcha.
But also it was what's her name? Ty is the one who had alert.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So you guys walk over to the minecart. This one is a little bigger, so you all can fit in it, even if it is a little tighter. There is just this one instead of the 3 that you guys came in on. But Jeatz, as Thydia told you, all you have to do is focus on the minecart that you want to power, and it will go. It will shoot off fully powered.
Sweet. Well, I take the crown off my big thumb, and I kind of touch it longingly, and I say thank you, and kind of feel the residual magic of Thydia, and then put it back on my big thumb / head, whatever flavor you want to live with, and then jump in a minecart, and I go, all right, guys, well, I guess let's go.
Okay, off you go. As you power the minecart with your energy, this minecart shoots off. So you go up and up around very, very tight curves. If there was something chasing you, it would not be able to catch you. So you're racing through these tunnels, and let's see.
Basically like that Alpine coaster, Caleb.
Not that I'd fucking know. Oh yeah, when we're at break, I'll tell you this just because I don't feel like outing myself to everyone.
All right,
as funny as it usually is.
I'm just imagining Harry Potter Green Goblin.
All right, so after about 15 minutes, you find yourself nearing the top of the cave. There's a few less curves, and you can kind of see some light pouring in from the top. This light that's piercing the darkness, it gets brighter and brighter. And so as the minecart sort of reaches a narrower slope and kind of flattens out, you can see up ahead what looks like a small cave. And as you get to the very end, you end up in what looks kind of like almost like a little atrium. As you look around, there are a few other mine carts that appear to perhaps go to other dwarven halls. But as well as here is this large carved stone exit, and outside you can see a forest. It looks like it's about mid-morning.
Jesus Christ, that was wild. I'm puking.
What? You got a weak stomach, Horace.
I've never been on something that was just twists and turns at every moment. Oh my god. I'm surprised you didn't fly away or get get lost from that.
So as you guys are looking around this cave for a moment, what you notice there are signs next to each of these mines carts that have dwarven surnames. You see names like Stoneskin, Oakbrand, Hornhide. So it would appear that these mine carts go to other dwarven halls. The sign that you just came out of is for Hammerholder, but it looks dilapidated and like half of it's fallen to the ground. So it looks like perhaps other dwarves keep up with their signs, but the Hammerholder line has been long broken, so it has not been kept up with.
That makes sense. They've been dead for a while, it sounds like.
All right, cool. So if you guys want to step out of the cave, I'll show you what you see. So you guys are in the bottom edge here. So this is kind of like zoomed in on like the mountains. So you're coming out of like a mountain face. So it takes a moment for your eyes to adjust to the bright sun that is outside. And dragon, all y'all here is clear. You see sitting on a branch nearby is a very large crow, and it caws very loudly at you. Do you pay it any mind?
Is it like weirdly big?
It's bigger than like any other crow that you've ever seen. But I wouldn't say it's like it's a giant crow by crow comparison, but it's not like human sized.
Maybe he's part of the Crowfia.
Is it speaking to us, or is it just crowing at us?
So you inspect it for a moment, and it opens its beak and starts to speak in the familiar voice of Vale, Crimson Thorn. It says,
Hello.
I hope this crow finds you well. This is the village of Burkrin. Its existence is a very closely guarded secret. Only trusted druids are allowed to know its existence in return for services to the halflings that live here, so best be on your guard. They won't let you leave, even if you say you are an ally. If they do let you leave, they'll wipe your memory. Beyond the village to the east, you'll eventually run into the Circle of the Moon, whose leader is Lyca Greenroot, a dear old friend of mine. But as you're unfamiliar to this druid circle, they will likely be hostile at first, but they'll hopefully be sympathetic to your mission, especially if you mention that we are friends. We are all praying to Elohana for your success. And the crow closes its mouth and flies away.
Wait, what's in the other directions?
Did I do? Can I roll an insight check as to whether they've ever, Vale or any of them have been over here?
Sure.
Cool. That's not how rolling dice works. Give me a second. Sorry.
Well, you never rolled dice before.
17?
With a 17, you figure that Vale, sent an animal messenger just to check on you, just to make sure that you made it out alive. And B, you would figure that druid circles, especially like the leaders of said druid circles, would probably keep in touch and kind of share knowledge. Because the Blood Moon was not always bloodthirsty and violent. So the Circle of the Moon and the Circle of the Blood Moon would probably have pretty close ties.
But not necessarily like Vale comes and visits. It's more just like correspondence.
Right. Yeah. Animal messengers, druidcraft, the like.
Okay.
Well, It sounds like they might be hostile, but I think it's worth to go see if they'll assist us with.
Yeah, I mean, that being said, he did say they would try to keep us from leaving and wipe our memory if not. But, what's a
Well, it
memory
was more
spell
like-
on a memory spell, right?
Yeah. And it was more like they won't let you leave with the knowledge of the village. It's not that they won't let you leave, it's that they can't let you leave with knowing that it exists.
But if they do have memory capability, maybe it's worth us chatting with them about the long-standing memory spell that's on the land. Like, if they know how to wipe memories, maybe they know how to unwipe memories.
Yes, and maybe that's something related to the gems that were in the mine.
That's true. That's true.
It's right
Can
here.
I try to do a bump of gem real quick? And
Oh my god.
Yeah, absolutely.
okay, I pull out Mortal and
You
Pestilence.
already have a problem, and we just got beat.
Okay, so you want to use a dose?
Yeah, so I'm gonna. I want to color this one out. I'm gonna pull out some dust and a mortar and pestle, and I'm gonna grind it up, and then I'm gonna shape change my large finger, not my first finger, not my shape changed thumb that's wearing the crown, but my first finger, and shape change to have a coke nail, and then I'm gonna snort the powder. And my dad would be so proud of me right now.
Yeah, I bet he would.
Oh.
But yeah, I do a hit of crystal.
Oh
Stop.
my. Okay. Hit of crystal. Thank you for
Don't
that.
be bad, kids. Don't do it.
Okay.
Jeatz, have you done this before? You look like a pro.
I haven't done this since I was 2.5.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Wisdom saving throw with advantage. All right, that's a 10, or that's a 10.
Okay, so with a 10, what I'll give you is this, because these memories are very, very old, but you do still get something of your childhood.
Well, let me before you go in on this.
Okay.
Did I use my Tides of Chaos already? Damn, I did. Okay. I'm gonna use my inspiration and re-roll that advantage. Okay.
Another 10. Come on.
That's a 9. Oh my god! It was gonna be a 21. Okay. Anyway, it's a 9. So.
Okay. So as you do this, you can feel the magical powder. Every fiber of your being is trying to recall the things that you know consciously are suppressed. And you can get out bits and pieces, sort of like a black and white image being flashed very quickly, and so you can only make out like major details. What you remember from your childhood, things come back to you that you hadn't seen before. You remember being in a large city, which did not exist in the wild in your childhood as far as you know. But you also remember being on the outskirts of what looks like a human town. You remember your mother kneeling very close to you and whispering something in your ear that you can't quite recall. But she had tears in her eyes.
Okay.
And as soon as those memories start to flash before you, you open your eyes and see the forest in front of you, Horace and Almyre standing next to you.
Whoa. Okay. Well, I didn't get a lot, but I did see my mom, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Not sad or anything.
I don't think you've ever spoken about your mom before.
Well, she's dead, so.
Oh, mine too? Question mark?
Mine as well.
We're all
I
doing
can't
great.
remember actually.
Describe your mother.
Do you think you need more crystal?
I could do another bump of crystal anytime. Mechanically, I think our dungeon master is gonna make me wait. But
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
make you
just
wait.
know that I'm jonesing for the crystal right
For
now.
the next few days, doing some
Shit.
crystal.
Some crystal.
My mom made
this is some good fucking crystal.
in real life. My mom named her cake baking company Johnson for Cake.
That's so good.
Austin, I am looking up if you said anything about your parents.
I don't remember saying anything. I remember saying a lot about my father.
I mean,
It's
we
so
watched your
weird.
father fucking die. Also,
Yeah.
a leading question:
You have a
does
mom,
the
yeah.
timer for the dad revivals equal the Wild's time, or have we blown past it?
No,
The
the
wild-
Weave
the
is
wild's
slowing
time.
it down, right?
Okay,
Right,
okay,
yeah, the
okay,
time,
just making sure.
yeah, you're not exactly sure what that like time difference is at this point. I'm saying that because I need flexibility on when you guys come back, but it is on the wild's time, which is greatly slowed down to give you guys as much time as
Yeah,
possible to
even-
find.
even
some
in the
progress
real-
there.
In the real world, like in game, like it's only been a few days.
Yeah.
Well, it's been about a week and a half because of the amount of time you spent chasing Jeatz down.
Oh, I forgot. Okay,
That
yeah,
was
yeah,
several
we did
days.
take a couple long rests, didn't we? Okay, yeah, yeah.
Gotta save your ass.
Listen,
Again.
y'all chose to. I want you to know that I told you you could do what you wanted, and that I was fine playing Ty forever. So
Look,
this
it was
is on
either that-
you.
You and I.
We couldn't do that.
It was either what you didn't know is that you had the perception of choice, but I was turning into Ty no matter what.
Okay, so you guys
You're gonna throw
are
Jeatz off a cliff.
make him do the trial. Throw him off the cliff and light watch.
Can I look upon and see if there are people out and about?
Yeah, so as you consider staying after this messenger from Vale flies away, you look around and you oh boy. What is wrong with me? I know I wrote this down. I hate this. I hate this so much. Where did I put this? Okay, never mind. Ignore me. So as you look around, it's like I said earlier, it's about mid-morning. There's a slight breeze blowing. It's quite chilly outside, as you know that winter is approaching. The smell of brewing mead, smoked meats is in the air, as well as the faintest hint of metallurgy. You at the moment don't see anyone walking about, but if you wouldn't mind giving me a perception check.
Perception.
It's a 24.
Okay.
I really
10.
don't like this. I'm using a lot of good rolls up here at the beginning.
Okay, so with the 24, what you notice is through the trees, it appears that these guard towers are being staffed by halfling guards. You do see a few people milling about in the middle of town, going about their business. They look quite jovial and as of yet are unaware of your presence. So if you'd like to hide, you can normally stealth check, or if you would, like to stroll about town, you may.
Maybe we don't know it, but like, I guess will be the relation to this town with the dwarves, since this is kind of right out the exit of their little hub.
Well, that's something that you'll have to find out. It is quite interesting.
I'm gonna shape change into Ty.
So you are slowly becoming Ty.
Well, no, this is just convenient.
When are you going to take a level in Druid?
Never, which will probably be a problem.
Yes, are you unhappy with yourself? You keep changing into time.
I choose to make gender affirming surgery every action, every time. Sometimes I feel manly, sometimes I feel feminine.
Jeatz,
I can
I'm
be who I want.
really starting to not like you, and I can't quite put my finger on it.
Oh no, she's problematic.
You've changed.
You send your kid to school and it comes back another gender. It's happening all over the country.
Then you send him to school again tomorrow, and he comes back to first gender. And then I'm so confused. Why can they keep changing gender? No, but I do turn into Ty, so I look like a druid.
Okay.
And I would like to say that, like, I think we've talked about like that evening. I talked to Ty and got like information on what it is. So like,
Yeah,
if
you
I
two
need
spoke.
to her
Mhm.
turn into her, like I wouldn't just like be her and like know nothing.
Right, yeah. Like you would still know like the ways
Yeah.
of druids, and you spent some time
Yeah,
around
I don't know
the
like
druid
the
camp
in
anyway,
depth.
so
Yeah, I don't know like the in depth like
you don't know their secrets.
ceremonies. Yeah, but I am like
Ceremonies.
Well, do you guys want to maybe find the inn here and start there? Maybe ask some questions, and then maybe we can get a room there for the night. Or I don't know if you would just want to wander around to the closest building and go from there.
Yeah, I have a feeling that, they're going to be a little hostile to us. So we're going to need to make sure that they know that we're friendly. But I think also it's going to be very.
The people that are
Unexpected.
hostile would be the Circle of the Moon, which aren't these people.
Is this not? This is not the Circle of the Moon.
No, the Circle of the Moon is to the east. This is just a town.
Yeah, going up, by the way, is to the east. Just the map
Oh,
made
we're
more
west.
sense.
We're west. Okay.
Maybe I can
righties is actually upseas.
If this helps. East.
In this world, we have a phrase. It's coming back to me now after those crystals. It never eat soggy waffles is how we remembered it.
Never eat soggy
North,
waffles.
East,
What the fuck?
south, and
What
west.
Wouldn't it make more sense if you said like shredded wheat or something like soggy waffles?
Soggy, what the fuck is that? It's just upsies, downsies, lefties, righties. Like what?
Yeah, but you would
That
eat.
makes more
But
sense.
you would eat. Wait. But you would eat shredded wheat. But I don't want soggy waffles. I'm with.
You would be
I'm
eating
with-
soggy waffles.
Listen, Almyre, I think you're being kind of rude about our world's culture. I think you're just. Both of you. I think you're just
Wait, no.
setting aside what we
Wait,
come
who-
from.
who are
We've been very accepting of your culture.
I'm confused. Okay, we don't eat.
Your
You
world
can
is
eat
fucked.
soggy waffles.
No wonder
but
there's
this
no
has
magic
nothing-
here. Soggy waffle.
Let me clarify
Well,
this.
okay,
The
okay,
directions
but there
have
might
nothing to do
actually
with
be magic.
waffles.
We just forgot. Well, they forgot. We know.
Oh, wait, maybe the crystals were used to make
Seasoning.
people forget.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, maybe the crystals were used to make people forget magic. And that's
Well, yeah. I mean, it sounds like they were made
Well,
to
okay,
forget
well,
a lot
well,
of things.
well, let me
There's
be
probably
clear,
some
let me
kind
be
of
clear.
war.
Magic does exist, but they punish it. Is the thing.
Hmm.
Like the everyday person that uses magic, in theory, someone roll me a history check. That seems more
History.
fair.
I'll do it. Well, okay.
Oh,
30,
no,
30,
it's a
20.
two.
and a 30.
9.
Was that
It's
on
not
my-
often that Horace is our highest history.
Wow,
check.
Horace.
Everything is coming back to me after these crystals.
Yeah,
like-
you hold your finger up and you're like, actually. So magic
Wait, I'm on a game show.
magic is not magic is not forgotten. It is just punished. And so based on what you saw in Lightwatch Tower, you figure that they want people that know how to do magic, or they capture people that know how to do magic, and turn them into basically clerics and the knights. So or
I
the-
thought
or
I
the
was into the
Solarian,
theory
rather.
there. Oh, okay. Well, you guys want to do go to an inn or some other building and stuff from there? Well, just approach somebody on the street. I guess I'm not sure if we want to be kind of discreet or kind of walk around like we kind of know about it. This place.
Why don't I? Oh, I'll do that voice later. We can do that when that matters. I say
No,
that
you must
canonically.
be in
That is not
character.
Caleb saying that. That is Jeatz being like, "I'll do that when we're actually talking to somebody." And I hate
Wait,
how
are you-
quickly I slipped into that as
Are you
Caleb.
Ty talking like Jeatz?
Oh, yeah, I'm Ty
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
like Jeatz currently.
This is so confusing.
Can I do one more perception check to just see if there's someone watching us?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
We're having a heavy
Oh,
debate
21.
about, or a strong debate about soggy waffles over here, and they're just
With a
watching.
21, you see a little kid hiding in a bush, looking at you.
And I go, I look at everybody and go, "Oh no, the kid. Hey, how are you doing?"
Ty, You're bleeding out the
runs away.
eyes. Come on.
I know. I can't do that. That's actually a problem if I am, guys.
You guys are delirious. This kid's just sprinting down the lane.
Well,
Screaming.
I think
well,
we should probably move.
yeah, we probably should go introduce ourselves.
Let's go to this building over to the left. See
Yeah.
if we got what it
Yeah,
is over here.
as you approach it, there's a sign on it that says Tippy's Tavern.
Well, that was easy.
Tippy tabs. Oh boy. Okay. Well, I guess let's go in and maybe get a drink, and I guess I should start talking like this again. God damn it. Okay, let's go.
What time of day is it?
It's mid-morning, so like just before noon. Basically.
So time for a drink. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anytime. It's time for a drink.
Okay. Fuck.
This guy just did math, so I think we're fine.
I'm still
Cool.
amped.
So as you walk into this tavern, you pass a halfling gentleman that kind of tips his hat at you and says, "Oh, I didn't know there were big folk coming in town today. Pleasure to meet you." And he goes about his business, walking down the lane.
Thank you.
Do you happen to know anything about that kid screaming down the lane? You see, he looks towards the center of town.
I don't know. We were walking up, and he kind of, I don't know. He's just kind of peeking at us from the bush, and we said hi, and then he just screamed. Is that what the kids in your village just do here?
Oh, yeah.
Is that like y'all's
Kids-
greeting?
Kids are scared of big folk. They don't come around too often. We tell them,
Oh.
scary tales are nice, so they stay away from them.
Okay, well, that's cool, I guess.
And by big folk, you mean
Well, I mean you.
you're not big.
Yeah, this he's a halfling that's standing in front of you. He's like,
Ah,
Well,
gotcha.
no, I'm not
My,
big. I'm
my
half your
internet's
height.
been
What do you
going in
mean?
and out, so I'm
Oh,
getting like
okay.
bits and pieces. I
Gotcha.
did not get the halfling
no, this
part. I'm
is
so
a
sorry.
village full of halflings. No, these are all.
God, looking to play icons, these people like cyberpunk PCs, where like the kids just tiny versions of the adults.
Yeah. Oh, what a weird. Anyway. Yeah.
They just look all like children.
Yeah. Yeah, halfling when you do a halfling in Midjourney, it's just like, here's a kid and like a regular adult looking body. Okay. Except
Yeah,
cyberpunk's like the other way around. It's weird.
We don't know. I think he was just surprised that we kind of saw him watching us.
All right. Makes sense. No worries. All right, keep your wits about you.
And he just walks towards the center of the village.
Well, they seem like sweet people. Let's go in. I'll walk in.
Alrighty. So you walk into this tavern and a waft of pipeweed just nearly knocks you on your ass. There's a bunch of halflings in here. They all are enjoying a meal. There's someone playing lute up on stage. But as you walk in, and no, the door is about 4 feet tall, so you definitely have to duck in, especially you, Horace. You walk into this tavern to see all of these halflings sitting here. There is a table in the far corner that looks like it's made for bigger folks such as yourself or perhaps dwarves, but still quite small. But the whole tavern, when you walk in, stops to look at you. You could hear a pin drop.
I think that big table is open over there. I kind of like make my way.
Yeah, you kind of shuffle past the crowd, and out of the kitchen comes an older halfling woman, and she says,
Oh, I didn't realize we'd have big folk in today. Yes, please go sit down. My name's Tippy. I'll be with you in just a moment.
Thank you, Tippy.
Wow, Tippy is this is a cool place.
So Tippy comes back around and she says,
Yeah, like I said, didn't realize we'd be having big folks in today. But yeah, what can I get you? We got some elk shanks on the grill today, and we always have a special half-foot stout. On tap, that is.
I'll take. I guess I'll take whatever you have to eat.
Yeah.
Some of that stout, and I think I'll pick a pipe with whatever. I guess
Oh, you want some
tobacco
pipe?
that
will
you guys have?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, of course. Yes. I'll come right out. So 3 shanks and 3 pints of stout and 3 pipes. Got it. I like you folks.
And 1 small pipe for my lady here.
A small pipe. Oh, yes, of course. Well, I've got something that will fit her size just right.
And yeah, so she disappears into the kitchen. As the people around kind of get a good look at you, murmur kinds of, it rises once again in the bar. The loudest starts playing again. So you guys have some relative privacy amongst the crowd here. Let's see. Yeah,
You know, I think I get more stares in here than I did at the Feywild when I first came as a human in the Feywild.
Yeah, coming home after leaving. I mean, coming home after leaving is kind of weird. Like, I don't know. Like, I haven't been here in a long time. Well, I guess probably just as long as you. Wait, that's weird. I didn't really consider that. How long ago did you leave?
Horace has been gone 50 years.
It's been 50 years.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Well, you've been here. You were in the place longer than I was. So never mind. I was just gonna think it'd be crazy if we both ended up at the same time. Huh?
Coincidence, body swap. Am I Anne? Who I think I am?
Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
I shape change into Horace. No, I'm just kidding.
Alrighty, so Tippy comes back with your stakes and your pipes and a tiny one for Glitter, and you can see Glitter is sitting on the table. She's like,
These people are a little more my size. I feel a little more comfortable around them.
but yeah, Tippy sits down your stouts, and she says,
Typically, Phelan tells us when there's going to be big folk in town. Maybe he forgot, or maybe word just hadn't gotten around to me yet. What are you doing in town exactly?
just
Sorry,
curious.
Tippy. May I ask who was that you mentioned?
Oh, Phelan, he's the town elder. Well, that's suspect. You should have met him when you came in.
I'm sorry. We maybe came in the less conventional way. Through the
I think we
caves.
came in the back door.
Oh, you came up through minecarts. Were you a guest of the dwarves?
That's one way to put it.
I guess we.
I mean, that's
in a
the-
way.
That's the only way to put it. Like, yeah, we literally were a guest of the dwarves.
You
And
know
which
the hammer hole.
Hammer holders. Well, we hadn't seen them in 50 years.
Yeah, we thought it was kind of crazy too.
Well, I'll be. So you're saying they're alive?
I
They hadn't fixed up the sign. It's been falling
don't
down
think
for
you'll
quite
be
a while.
seeing hammer holders for a while or ever.
Very interesting.
It's,
All right, well, is there anything else I can get you? Got other customers to serve,
I did, I guess, have a question. I was curious about this. We, I guess, to our understanding, we know very little about this place, but what we do know is, I guess, you do keep it secret, and so anyone who comes here,
Oh, yes, of course.
maybe kind of forgets about it. So, what's the
That's
what's
your
the
way to put it.
relation with the dwarves here, since they're connected to this, I guess, town? How does that work?
Oh, we see the dwarves. They bring us gems and we buy them off them. And then we make jewelry with them. And then we go out abroad and sell that jewelry.
But
It's pretty simple.
does any of the jewelry have like memory properties?
Well, I wouldn't say we specialize in memory charms, but it is something that we must do to protect our village.
Well, no, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I know that the mountain has some like gems and things that deal with memory. I didn't know if like maybe they brought those to you,
Memory
and then
gems. Well, that's the first time I'm hearing of that sort of thing. No,
Well,
dwarves just
maybe
bring us
it's not.
sapphires,
Maybe-
emeralds, gold.
maybe it's not. Maybe you just forgot because they're memory gems. Things are weird.
Oh, I hadn't considered that. Maybe you're right. I'll have to ask Phelan about that.
Yeah. Well, could you maybe point us in the right direction? Sounds like he might be the person we need to talk to anyway.
Yeah, well, no, sit down, enjoy your steak, enjoy your pie. What could you to Phelan after you're done eating?
You wouldn't happen to have like a good aged whiskey, would you?
Well, of course we do. How do you think we make the stout so good? We age it in bourbon barrels. Yeah, I've got some bourbon in the back.
I pull out a stack of gold and
I
say,
I knew this was good for a reason. I also brought a sack of gold.
and I take like a small sack of gold, and I'm like, your best bourbon, please.
Okay.
And I start
You can-
crying.
If
yes.
you can maybe pack up a bottle for us to go, and then also
All right. Oh yes, of course. Well, yeah, I'll bring that right out.
And she takes your sack of gold. How much gold are you giving her? She'll give you a commensurate amount of bourbon.
Let me see how much gold I actually have. I have 586. I'm gonna give her 50 gold.
50 gold. Okay, yeah. That'll get you like the top shelf, like, 15, 20-year stuff.
I'll give 70, and I'll ask. You know what? Right off the bat, we've only met a couple people. They've been very kind. Everyone gets a shot of the nice whiskey.
Oh, you're buying around for everyone?
I'll buy her around.
Oh,
I'm
that's
in a good
quite
mood.
Nice of you. That's quite nice
After
of you.
I get the bottle to go, right? I say somewhat desperately.
Oh, yes. I'll bring you your bottle first, of course. You're the paying patrons here, and then I'll give everyone a round of the good stuff. I thank you. They'll all greatly enjoy that. It's a shame you won't remember it, though.
And she walks off.
What?
Yeah, well, like, where did I get this pipeweed and this whiskey? What the?
Shame you won't remember. What?
All right, so yeah, she comes back out and very quickly puts this, basically like these two beautiful glass bottles. They have this silver banding with these gilded corners on the bottle. And she runs back into the kitchen and comes back out with shot glasses for everyone. And they all look over at you as they're getting their shots. Hey, here. Yes, they're all very excited about their bourbon. Cool. So yeah, Tippy leaves you alone for a while. You have a halfling or two come by and say, thanks for the shot. That's the good stuff. It's been a long time since I had someone buy me a drink. And he slaps one of you on the shoulder and just like stumbles out. Okay. So after a time, Tippy comes back and she says, "All right, are you all done here? I can take you to Faye then if you'd like. I got someone watching the bar for me."
Okay.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. So as you guys,
Is there something that maybe Aelin likes from the bar? We could maybe bring him as a gift.
There's nothing here he hadn't had, but perhaps a bottle of other good stuff he'd greatly enjoy. I'm sure he's had enough of it, but it'd be a sign of goodwill if maybe you had something of your own to give him.
Yeah, I guess another bottle, and we'll take that to Feynman.
Well, that's good. Cool. Just consider it as part of your tab.
so she goes back and grabs another bottle and she says, "All right, if you wouldn't mind, just follow me." And she walks out the front door. Ooh, let's see if I have something that makes you a little more appropriate instead of generic. I don't. Sorry, I was looking for something that wasn't an icon that I've used before. Sure, we'll use Cardigan's icon. It's been a while since you've seen her. Okay, so
Good
this
old Cardigan backyard again.
Tippy.
Yeah.
So Tippy walks out. Everyone, give me a perception check as you leave the brewery, the tavern.
11.
14.
19.
Okay, so Almyre, you said you had a 19?
No, Jeatz.
Jeatz had a 19. Sorry.
I had a
was
19,
thinking- So Jeatz, as you look around, you see that the guards in the towers are staring pretty intently at you. You see another halfling guard leaning up against the side of the brewery, and just as you're looking around, you can kind of see that there's a bunch of eyes on you. Whether that's good or bad, you don't know, but it seems more than before.
Can I do a perception check to see it? Or, maybe an insight check to see if it's because I'm hot?
Oh, yes, absolutely, please.
Perception or insight?
Insight.
Can Horace roll to see if maybe it's because he's hot?
Yes,
I got
please
an
also.
11.
And 11. They're just not that into tie.
That's a
Yeah.
21.
21.
Damn.
Whereas they are looking you up and down. They're like, oh, we hadn't seen a gray fox here in a while.
Maybe I'm just meant for smaller people.
Yeah, you're right. This internally, I'm like, God, yeah, this slender body is probably too much for these little short people.
People are just into this big, strong human. Okay. But
right,
I'm taking.
So Tippy, she escorts you across town over to this building. As you're walking across this building to the right, you can kind of get a peek inside, and it looks like it might be a workshop of some kind. But
There's a sign outside?
no, there is not a sign outside this building. But she takes you over here, and you see sitting on a bench outside this house here is a very old-looking dwarf who is kind of covered in jewelry and rings, this long beard. He looks kind of stoic as he's sitting there. And as you approach, I'll say, Jeatz, as you're looking around, you can kind of notice that the guards, they seem to follow you, just to keep an eye out.
Okay. But they're looking at us or looking at me
They're looking at you all as a group.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
I definitely pass this information along.
Before we go up, can I ask Tippy, how do you address Phelan? Is it Elder Phelan or?
Yeah,
Just
Elder
Phelan,
Phelan.
or-
Yep. Elder Phelan's what
Okay.
we call him.
Thank you.
So Tippy brings you up, and Jeatz and Almyre, you too. No hiding back there. And Phelan stands up, using a cane, and reaches out to shake your hands.
It's a
Hello,
pleasure to meet you.
Good to meet you, Elder Phelan.
Name's Phelan, yes, and yours?
I'm Sir Horace, and I know it's unexpected, but thank you for welcoming us. Yeah, the people we've met so far have been very kind, and I hand over a bottle of whiskey.
Oh, well, thank you very much. It's not often we have nights here in Brooklyn. But your hospitality is greatly appreciated. And who might these two young ladies be?
I
Not
look
all at once?
around confused for a second and then go, I'm my name's Tyandra Lifalia.
Oh,
I'm from the Druid camp, just a little distance away.
the Druids. Well, we welcome Druids in this village. What circle are you from, might I ask?
The Blood Moon.
The Blood Moon. Yes, like I have spoken of them before. Yes, I'm somewhat familiar. And a pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. And I kiss his hand, like I take his hand and give him a kiss.
Ooh, give me an Arcana check.
Oh shit! Unexpected. All right. Oh, that's a 10. It was almost a 24.
You just get a magical aura of this old guy.
Okay.
And you, miss, you don't look like you're from around here.
I'm Almyre the Head.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance as well, Mr. Head.
And this
Well.
is Glitter.
Oh, and Glitter, of course.
Glitter Prime.
It's Prime. Oh my, what quite the surname. It's been. I don't even remember the last time I've seen a pixie.
I lean over to Almyre and go, wait, are we showing our little buddies?
Well, if you want, I don't have a little buddy though.
I thought you
Chronically
had one at one
buddyless.
point.
I
I
lean
thought we
over
were getting one.
Nope.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Elder Phelan.
Glitter puts on like her nicest voice.
I lean over to Jeatz. So I think Almyre needs a little buddy.
I think we could. Where's that kid?
Oh my god.
The campaign is just Thor, Love and Thunder.
Great.
You just kidnap a child. Oh my
From
god.
from throwing over governments to kidnapping children. You really cover it all.
Yeah, you're real heroes.
I point, or I give the like nod to Pascal if he wants to like come out or not.
Pascal pokes his head out and he says, "Oh, what who might this be?"
This is Pascal. He's my little buddy.
Oh, well, of course, every druid must have a familiar of some sort. Yes, he's quite cute.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Well, this is quite an unexpected meeting. Typically, if the dwarves were coming to visit, they would alert us ahead of time. We have things that we trade them, of course. But it is quite rare that they home big folks, such as yourself. Can you tell me exactly why you're here? And as I understand it from Tippy, you are visiting from the Hammerholder Hall, which they have not visited in decades now.
It's sad. I'm not sure how close I guess you are to the dwarves, but it's sad to say that the Hammerholds are no longer there.
You do understand that I find that suspect. The Hammerholders haven't visited us in decades, yet here you are saying that you are coming from their hall, wearing their crown, no less.
I believe that when I turned into Ty, it would not have just been openly wearing a crown, walking into a village. That feels like common sense.
Roll for it. Teach you.
I'm going to have roll me a deception check against Phelan's insight, because the kid would have seen the crown because he was watching when you walked in.
Okay. Wait, does that mean the kid saw me turn into Ty?
Oh, the kid, he was screaming for a reason. He's scared of big folk, but
okay,
you're not
cool.
sure. You spotted him after the fact, so you're not sure how long he was watching.
Wait.
Kids and all that.
I need to make sure I can do what I need to do before I get disappointed.
I need to pull up his stat block.
Okay. Wow, I'm rolling like shit.
I mean,
I got an 11.
Can one of you tell me what insight is? Is it intelligence or wisdom?
It's wisdom.
Okay. That's good for you. That is a 12.
Fuck!
Sorry, 13.
Fuck!
I can't do math.
Phelan, we're not trying to hide anything here.
So then tell me what happened.
We ventured into the Hammerhold's home and found the spirit of, what was his name? His
Baron or something.
You guys should know the name of the
Sir
Hammerhold.
Hammerhold.
Of the person who your amulet absorbed.
Of Big Daddy Hammerhold. And
Oh yeah. Can
Thorum or something. Thorum?
Or Hammerhold.
do you think you could just come out and talk to them?
Not remember.
Okay, their last name is very memorable, so I know that. The Hammerhold.
Phelan is looking at you with a very bushy eyebrow raised. Yes,
Okay,
go on.
we can out. Okay, Big Daddy Hammerhold. We ran into his spirit, and he mentioned that his daughter Thydia Hammerhold, I know that, had gone down into the depths, as there was a threat deep down. After we went down to find his daughter, we found mind flares and an elder brain, of which we defeated.
You do
and then-
look worse for wear. You're looking quite
Do I
rough.
have bits? Do I have bits of elder brain?
Yeah. There's like dried brain all over you.
I hate to interrupt, but I kind of have a question. I couldn't. Are you like cool with the magic thing? Because
Oh yes, of course. Well,
okay,
many
well,
many of our gyms have magic. Those only go to the highest
Oh,
bidder,
that
of
changes
course.
things.
The rich, the rules don't apply to them. So of course, we give them magic.
okay.
We care not for the goings on of the outside world, truthfully. King Melchior, forget him. We make our living here and quite peaceful. We'd rather be left alone, and no one know that we're here in the first place.
Well, okay. Let me. That is actually kind of relative to a question we have for you, and
Go on.
so we have I think a theory, a hypothesis, I believe would be a good term for here, that the entire world may be under a modify memory spell, and I know that you're a big memory guy, and so we were hoping you could maybe talk us through how your memory stuff works, and maybe I mean I know you plan on erasing our memory before we leave of this place, but maybe you could unerase some memories of things that are blocked, or talk to us about how to, like, I don't know, work against memory stuff. Not for you, obviously, but for like the larger.
You understand why that
grander
sounds
scheme.
suspect? You ask
Yeah, listen,
me.
I think what's important to remember is that the most intriguing stories all sound suspect because that's part of moving the plot forward. And I don't know.
Thudrick! His name was Thudrick!
Thank you. Thudrick was his name.
Mhm.
How could
Yes,
I-
Frederick, yes. We were friends once. You must understand why I can't tell you any secrets about memory charms. I will say that what we do know, we have protected ourselves against Melchior's memory charms, but the thing is that we can't tell you anything because we would just wipe your memory of it anyway. And even if for whatever reason you got out of here without that happening, I can't tell you.
Wait, if you told us what they were trying to block, if you knew, could we write it down? And should we leave, we know what is being blocked. So we won't have the knowledge of you and what this town is, but we'll know something about what that magic is doing to the rest of the world.
I would need something in return. I can't let you come here, me give you information, and then leave. And then you leave with everything, and I have nothing to show for it. We are transactional people, so...
Is there something you want?
Well, what do you have to give me? You seem like the adventuring type. Is there anything that perhaps you could offload? That crown does seem interesting.
Oh.
I don't see it on you now, but the village children, they whisper.
Well, the thing is the dearly departed daughter did kind of give it to us with her dad, and I'd hate to, go against that.
Every object has its price. No matter how dear.
Looking through the items that we have.
Let me see.
What about a scale?
A scale? You mean this one right here?
And he pulls out like a tiny scale out of his pocket.
I have no use for that sort of trinket.
Yeah. Okay.
What if I were to give you the heart of a dragon?
His eyes light up at that.
The heart of a dragon, you say? You have slain a dragon?
I show like the claws around my neck.
Oh. Yeah, he's like,
Oh, well, I do suppose I must believe you then. Those are indeed dragon claws. A dragon
Would that-
heart, you say?
Be enough?
May I inspect it if you don't mind?
Yes, of course. I'll pull out the heart.
Yeah, so he doesn't take it out of your hands, but you do see on one of his rings appears to light up as he looks over it. So let me just go. So this is the corrupted dragon heart, right? With
Yes.
the cataclysmic breath attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
He says, well, this does seem to be quite genuine and quite rare. Perhaps the only one of its existence. If you give me this, then yes, I will tell you, and I can let you keep it before you leave. Something of Melchior's memory magic. Is it?
You want to give this away? This is pretty sick.
What?
So you want to give this away?
You guys have not used it.
This will be useful up here. There's humanoids.
What's it? I didn't even look at it. I just saw that I had it. I didn't even know I had
Once
it.
per day, as an action, you exhale a wave of ghostly purple flames in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in the area must make a DC 16 Dex saving throw,
Oh my god.
taking 6d8 necrotic damage on a failed save, or half that on a successful.
Oh my god.
Any medium or smaller humanoid killed by the breath's damage, as well as every corpse, such as the creature
Holy
within the cone,
shit.
becomes a zombie under the user's control. As an action, the user can control the zombies. Without command, the zombies do nothing.
Oh my god. Okay, never mind.
Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we shouldn't get. Maybe.
I think the crowd is.
I don't want to get rid of the crown, but I definitely don't want to get rid of the heart.
No,
Wait,
I
maybe-
really don't want to get rid of the heart.
Could we get rid of the heart of death? Maybe.
What's the heart of death? I don't see that.
Let's see.
We have
Well,
a minor fey
we
heart of
have
death.
minor hearts of death. I don't know what there's. I just don't know if these will be. If the hearts will be a powerful tool when we're back in the Feywild.
That's fair.
It's just minor hearts, though.
Yeah, but two minors make a major.
I don't think that's
How
this
about-
works.
How about an immovable rod? When I hold it out.
An immovable rod, you say? Can you show it to me? What does it do exactly?
Not the rod.
I put it on Tipsy's foot.
Do you lock it in place?
I like Tippy just as an example, and I lock it on her foot.
Yeah, she tries to move her foot, and she goes to move the rod, but can't.
Oh, that doesn't seem like I can move this. Immovable, you say? Yep, I think that's right.
Phelan walks over and gives it a good shove. It's like,
Well, movable rod seems to be that.
and he pushes the button as he saw you do it. It falls to the ground, and he picks it up and he says,
Well, now that you've shown me that you have a dragon heart, it's just not as exciting. I would have to. Perhaps we could still make an arrangement, but I would have to give you a little less information, perhaps.
How about some gold? 100 gold plus the immovable rod.
Gold. I have no need of gold. We practically have a dragon sword in this village. Rich and powerful will pay quite the price for our little trinkets.
Do you have an enemy or a long lost friend? Maybe you want to see what they're up to?
What, you an adventuring party or something? Offering services?
Not necessarily. I mean, just one service. Just. I could scry on someone for you.
I have no way of seeing this through.
Oh, would you not see also?
Well, you could tell me, but for all I knew, you could be lying. But
No, I thought it was like
You
I'd like pull up
don't
on like
have-
a.
oh, like on like a
Screen
reflective
or
surface or
something.
something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. A silver mirror it takes, yeah.
If I needed you to do that, I could just do it myself.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
What? Okay, Almyre, what about the sand?
How about the stone of luck? I
No,
whispered.
no. What about the sand? The magic sand.
Sand of time.
You have sands of time.
As an action, you can uncork
Yeah.
and throw the sand within a vial to cast
Ooh.
time stop spells. Oh, but that's also good though.
Yeah.
It's not better than the
I
dragon
haven't
heart.
used. No, it's not better
It's
than the
still pretty
Dragonheart.
sick though. Potion of frost giant strength.
You ever wanted to be strong?
Can I roll an insight check on him?
Yeah.
Whether he's gonna really accept anything other than the crown or the heart?
Yeah, go for it. Maybe save us some time here.
It's an 18.
With an 18, it would take something of equal rarity to the dragon heart or the crown.
To me, the time
Damn
stop.
it.
I don't know. To me, the time stop spell could be more useful in a pinch than the crown.
I mean, at this point, just speaking frankly, it's about, A, do you want the information in the first place? So you'd have to be willing to give up something. And if you do want to give up something, it's of something of sentimental value or of power. I mean, Chain Lightning is good, but it's not as good as the other, the Sands of Time or...
Yeah, I think we just give him. I pull the crown out and I go, I didn't want to part with this because I didn't want to part with this because it was, I don't know, it was given to us in a last moment of spiritual life, but if you promise to take good care of it, we can trade this.
Yes, I will honor the Hammerholder memory. I will make sure that the other dwarven brethren go and set their hall correctly.
Okay, well,
I think we have an agreement.
and I hand it over. Yeah. Well, it's nice while it lasted, guys. Immediately deletes item.
Yeah, deleted.
Well, we have an agreement, it seems.
And with that, I think
I'm
we'll
gonna miss my full round.
take a little BRB.
Okay.
All right. Be right back.
Okay.
Alrighty, welcome back, folks.
Anyway, I was too fat to ride the ride.
gotta love off air jokes. It's good. It's good. Although that one was also a true story. Caleb, you're being very open and honest with us.
Every time we come back. Yeah, I know.
I think the funniest things I can possibly say are all true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, as a miniature recap, Phelan agreed to take the crown from you in exchange for some information on Melchior's memory charms.
Is he also taking the rod?
No, I don't
The
want
rock?
the rod.
The rod. Great. I'm putting that back in my inventory.
What rock? The rod.
The rod.
The rod.
Yes.
The rod.
I was like,
wondering who was gonna
rock?
correct him first.
I was like, is he fucking with me?
Yeah, I thought he was just joking.
That's why I didn't respond. I was like, he's fucking with me. Right.
Okay, so Phelan says, well,
I suppose if we have an agreement, then perhaps we could let you stay the night here if you'd like. Now understand that the only beds that are big enough for you are in the barracks, and we'd probably make you stay in there anyway, so you don't make a run for it. Just it's standard protocol, but we must lock you up. If you do intend to stay, you may leave today if you wish. I can escort you out to the village, and if you'd like, I can introduce you to the druids, and they can escort you through the Forest of Woe, if that's something that you'd like to do.
I guess.
I mean, we should definitely stay the night. Would you be willing to talk to us a little bit before bed? Tell us a bedtime story and talk to us about the memory things, or
Yes, of course. Yes, I can put you to sleep with a little history lesson. That always puts the children to sleep. So why not you as well? You're practically babes. Well, except for you, Sir Horace.
Oh,
Kind of showing your age.
Horace was blushing, and
No offense. Yeah, no offense.
none taken.
can I do an insight check to see if he's hot? He has the hots for Horace.
Phelan does,
Everybody
yeah,
does
sure.
in this town.
Oh fuck yeah! That's a 24.
A 24, you swear you can hear Phelan under his voice say,
But I do like them old. I like them wizened.
Wizened. Oh my!
I like them wizened.
Okay, so Phelan says,
Yes, I'll gather my thoughts, and I'll meet you in the barracks this evening. Please don't mind the guards. I hope you understand the protocol that we must here live by to protect ourselves.
We understand.
Of course.
Thank you, Phelan.
Yeah, of course, no problem.
he says,
If you'd like to enjoy the hospitality of our little village, you may go shopping. Yes, we do have a merchant here selling a few wares, but if you'd like, you can spend the rest of your day in Tippy's Tavern if you'd like.
Thank you. We'll check out the local shop.
Excellent. Yes, his name's Gavin. Not very halfling-like, but his parents are they're strange folk.
Well,
Don't tell him I said
go
that.
see Gavin.
He was a bit of a rascal. Well, he was a bit of a rascal when he was younger, probably on account of his parents.
Hard to
bringing him
most
up
of
that way.
us.
But yes, of course. Well, yes, I shall see you later. Goodbye.
he just kind of like awkwardly turns around and
Don't
goes
enjoy,
into his
don't enjoy
house.
that whiskey too much, Phelan.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
He kind of stumbles.
He's already on the drink.
Is he drunk the whole time?
Yeah,
He
so
Talk weirdly slow.
if you want to look around this little village here, yeah, you've got a shop over here, kind of, well, if that is east, then I guess on the north side of the village. There's a shop called Gavin's Goodies, and there's also the hall with the metalworking in it.
And then down here, you've got the barracks that you saw a few guards go in and out of.
I guess I'm gonna go to the shop here.
Okay, yeah, let's go shopping.
Cool.
Gotta spend my money.
Money. I need like a the Tradaberg thing. Here we go.
As we're walking, I want to make sure we're out of earshot of everyone.
Okay. Yeah, people are keeping eyes on you, but they're not so close. You can definitely. Tippy goes back to work.
Okay.
But yeah, they're not so close that they're gonna be overhearing if you guys want to just chat idly by this tree.
Okay. Well, all right, gentlemen. I will say we do need
Excuse me.
an escape plan.
I am not a gentleman.
Okay. Well, it's more of a term of endearment, I guess.
Well, you know, if you're going to use a
gentles-
collective term that was historically gendered, I think guys works.
All right, that's fine then. Guys, I'm
sorry.
okay.
I'm really
We've gotten real
sassy with you, and
PC
I don't know
lately.
why.
I thought we were okay. I don't know what I've done to you, but is it because I look like Ty? I understand.
that's
She
it.
was a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
I want you to remember, no matter what I look like, it's about what's inside, and inside I am not Ty. If I
Better not
bleed,
be.
it's not a
Cut
good
your
thing.
face open and I'll find out for myself. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know where that came from.
Jeez.
Oh my god. Horace,
I look down to see if the ball necklace is off me and on her.
I lean over. Horace, did you two start dating while I was gone or something?
It's still a mystery to me.
Okay. Well,
I think this necklace is getting to the both of us.
anyway,
That's kind of rubbing off on me too.
I'm just tired of all this evil in the world, so I think people should get the justice they deserve a little bit.
Either way, we need to have an escape plan, I think, because none of us want to not remember, I'm guessing, right?
We just need to make sure that we get some information from Phelan and write it down so we can remember something from this town. Wait, did they have to cast that on us for us to forget it before we leave town? It's not like you leave the gates and all of a sudden you don't remember.
Yeah, you would reckon it's given the security around you, you would probably reckon it's something they need to cast on you instead of it being a charm over the whole town.
Well, I guess we could try to get information and just dash out.
Well, my thought was
they've been so kind to us, so I feel a little bad, but you know,
I mean,
if we're saving this
Don't we
plane
need
and the
the
next.
introduction to the druids in the. Like, is that not where we're going? We're going to the druids, right? On the other side?
Yes. Oh, wait. Here's a question, though. If we're in a town and we forget things that happen in the town, we were told about I guess we were told about them before, but we didn't know where they were from here.
Well, Vale did tell you that the Druid Circle is on the east of the mountain range,
Yes,
so you
okay.
you would run into them eventually at some point because they, they're druids. They're just in the forest. So.
It's like a severance situation where we'll just like walk back into the town, forgetting we were in there in the first place. Like,
Exactly.
oh, a town, let's go.
Like you get so far and you're like, you turn around and just looking around. Oh, a town. Let's go check it out.
I guess I'm open for running. I think we.
Well, yeah. Anyway, well, my suggestion is I could either turn us all invisible, or I could dimension door at least one of us out, and then I don't know. There are options. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'd like to see them try to outrun us with their tiny little legs.
What did you say
Damn,
about tiny
that
legs?
was cold.
You have wings!
That's fair.
Why are you so sensitive?
I'm just trying to feel included in the banter, okay?
Yeah, it
Ty.
doesn't feel like banter. It feels very.
Ty
You
was
feel-
very divisive in the group, but we didn't know.
Yeah, you weren't there, Jeatz. You don't know what it was like.
I listen. I
wasn't
guess
that bad.
I guess I understand that, but I just
I'm
She's
sorry,
trying to
Almyre,
steal my man.
So wait, so you are dating?
What? No, of course not. No.
How would that
Listen,
work?
What do you mean? No, you can't say my man. Listen, I think we're getting off track here. We need to...
She's my woman. We're a thing. I said it.
You dip her with one finger. Give her a smooch. No.
It is
And,
yet to be decided.
Well, we aren't seeing anybody else, okay? It is yet to be decided. We're not sure, but regardless, she was just hitting on everyone. We were just... the way she talked was just not what I'm used to, and... Oh, Myra, I'm sorry. I know you and her have a thing, but that's just...
I mean, she's very divisive. I didn't know how to feel about her for the longest
In the
time.
beginning, it was quite jarring. Towards the end, I was warming up to die, but especially since she helped everything she did to get you back, Jeatz. But she was very divisive.
It sounds like there seems to be an understanding that Ty is gone. As long as I'm here, there's a high likelihood Ty will not be here. Other than like
but
the visual of
you're
Ty.
really good
But,
at
like,
acting, though.
Of course, it's a feature of me. Like I am an actor.
Did you raise her hands? No, I am an actual.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it just makes me even more impressed. It seems so real, and we'll try to do better.
Anyway, escape plans. Sorry, I derailed it.
Anyway, I think that if we wanted to, at least, I have the ability to I have the ability to teleport us out, or at least teleport one person out, and then maybe we could go invisible. Like, there's options. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, don't you
I'm
think?
like, how many people can
If
you
Phelan
make
was
invisible?
gonna,
Oh, how many people can I make invisible? Oh,
I can make all of us invisible,
I mean,
and
if
I know
was
that
I
I,
can too.
Okay, I guess we're good there. What were you saying? Sorry, go there.
don't you think if Phelan's gonna like give us information, he's probably gonna like make sure we can't leave somehow?
well, my thought was that if we get the information before bed, and then he's expecting us to leave the next day, we could wake up early, and then
Wake up, get out of
And-
bed.
Or
and then leave
There's
under the
that.
cover of morning.
and then
What's
the
cover
next.
of morning?
If he tells us tomorrow,
Well, no, I very strategically asked him to tell us the bedtime story.
Ideally,
for
he's
this
telling us.
reason.
Yes, ideally, he's telling it us today. If there's a scenario where it happens tomorrow, right when I write it down, as I write it down, once I put the period at the end of the sentence, we got all the information we need, cast invisibility, and we just scatter.
Well, no, I mean, I guess I do feel like if we're kind of obvious about it, it could be more of a problem.
As
I
long
was
as you
just
make it
thinking, like, just let him be like, oh, where'd they go? And then we just would be gone, as opposed to disappearing and then being like, no, find them, because invisibility is only so long.
Yeah, well, my scenario is only if it's the next day. But I think your plan where he's coming tonight will work just fine.
Okay, I mean, we could just decide to accept that we're going to forget this place. I mean, I guess that's fine. I just
I thought you were gonna say.
we've already been
I
through
thought you were
enough.
gonna say kill them. But
Okay, yeah, we'll just murder them. That is always an option.
Murder.
Ball.
Yeah, the sword.
I can't.
The sword next to me just screams in agony.
Yeah. Vibrating with joy.
Jeff, I want to talk to you about this later, but we need to do something about these demonic creatures outside.
Okay, well, if we're getting the information about Melchior anyway, maybe it wouldn't be so bad if we left the village without remembering it.
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
my 2 cents.
Does anyone have the message cantrip?
Yes.
We could always send somebody a message to remind us after we leave. Just say, hey, we're going to give you a bunch of information. And then tomorrow, and it's, wait like 2 days and then send us the same
I
information back.
think you're confusing that with sending. Because message I can only do like 100 feet away.
We also don't know anyone nearby.
Yeah,
Well,
sending
you're right.
is
Sending
the spell
is
you're
what I'm thinking of.
You could say to someone all over the world, but it's only 25 words, and yeah.
All right, let's go with the.
But nobody hears the cleric.
If we can cast invisibility without really anyone noticing, we'll do that. If we have to leave, if we have to leave and he casts it, that's fine as long as we have a note that we can remember outside of this.
Maybe we could
I'm
just.
good either way.
Maybe we could just.
I
don't know.
Roll me a perception.
I have a good idea. There's a spell next to invisibility called Fireball. That. I'll
cast both simultaneous.
19 for
I
perception.
saw that kid coming up.
Jeatz, as you say fireball, this kid next to you, the same one from the bush, says,
Fireball, what's that?
It depends. It depends. We could teach you many things on travels if you'd like to come with us.
Sorry I yelled at you earlier. My mom told me to come apologize.
Oh, you have a mother?
Yeah. Do you?
You're doing better than all of us then.
Horace looks sad.
oh my god.
But yeah, I don't know what you mean by that. The name's Beppo. And officially, I'm sorry for yelling at you.
We accept that apology. Well, Beppo, would you like to go on an adventure?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Okay, well, we found ourselves with a vacancy in the little buddy department. And
What does that mean?
well, oh no, Google hurt me. Sorry, Google.
Almyre here is needing a friend.
I can be a friend. You're the least scary looking of this lot.
Thank you. I do take pride in my appearance.
How tall is this child?
Like 2 feet.
Dude, let's go.
Tiny.
Perfect little buddy.
And
Now,
we'll
how mad would your mother be if you went on an adventure and never came back?
And Almyre will give you an
Never came
allowance
back? Oh, an allowance? That's pretty
Yes.
tempting.
of gold.
Well, we do like gold around here. I mean, are we talking like we play knights and robbers for a little bit?
Oh, that's certainly a way to put it.
That's what we're doing. A very serious game of knights and robbers.
Very serious
if
game.
you're up for it.
Glitter
could lose your life.
Horace and says,
You're not seriously telling me that you're gonna endanger this kid's life, are you?
I just don't know what I've
I
become.
almost died in that freaking cave.
I don't know, but I just think Almyre needs somebody, and I think it just as a little buddy.
Horace, do you ever think it might be easier if I were to learn the find familiar spell?
While they're whispering, I'm like, "Hey, kid, have you ever encountered Crystal?"
Crystal. Oh, there's
Beppo,
lots of gyms around here.
Beppo, don't listen
Oh
to
no,
him.
this one will
Don't
help you
listen to
really
him.
hear
I
everything.
jab Jeatz with my halberd.
Yeah, I'd love to try Crystal then. That sounds fun.
Well, if you travel with us for at least, how old are you? 20 years? I don't know. You can.
I pull out a bump.
No, I'm 13. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
well, a few more
Would you call
years.
that a bump? I'll take a
A
bump
few
of
more
Crystal.
years. No, you're not old enough. Jeatz, put that away.
What do you mean?
Jeatz is officially
go-
She's gonna know I want some.
No,
Give it to
people
me.
that the news warn us about every Halloween that don't exist.
Yeah, right.
Beppo, in order to try
They're gonna
Crystal,
give you the drugs.
you have to go on at least 10 adventures to get to
10
Crystal level.
Oh, well, I have at least 3 games of Knights and Robbers under my belt.
Well, you're just missing a few more, and then Crystal
okay.
is you'll be able to get Crystal.
All right, well, I'll tell all my friends that we gotta play lots of Knights and Robbers so we can get Crystal. All right, well,
So you're not coming with us? You could get all the levels that you want.
well, I want the.
I
If
pull
you
out-
want me to come with you, I need the Crystal. I need
Well,
we
the-
get the Crystal after the adventures.
Well, before,
No, you have to do
we-
adventures with us in order to get.
Why don't you just get in this bag?
Caleb, what have you done? Horace looks up like, I'm gonna go shopping.
I
Get a little buddy. That's great. I don't know what to do anymore.
I really want to send Beppo with you, but I don't know how I feel morally about a
I
child.
don't think morally I could do this. I know it's a made-up game that doesn't exist, but
We're not actually kidnapping him. It's not really pick him up and then run out of the town.
but that's also kind of what we're planning to do.
well,
But he can walk away now.
I know what my mother would say. She would say that I have to grow up and I have to learn with the druids how to be an adventurer, and then I can leave the village. But
Walk back.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
you want to?
be.
We have a druid right here. Ty.
Beppo, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I don't know what my mother would say.
This druid can teach you everything about the plot. Wait, what am I doing again? I walk
What? No, I have
Okay,
to come
listen.
of age first.
Listen, Beppo. I think that we're realizing that maybe we should take a beat, and what we'll do is you
Beppo,
can
what if your mom came with
you
us?
can come find us. Yeah, that's it.
Well,
So
my mom hates bugs. She would not make it a day out there in the forest.
We also don't
How
go
about
anywhere where there
you?
is bugs. We'll give your mom 200 gold if she joins us.
I'll ask her.
All right. Well, we'll be waiting here.
I'd like to review. For a moment. We are now buying this child that we're giving crystal meth.
No, guys, think of this like Star Wars. Okay, this is Luke.
Oh my God.
And we send something in him. Okay, he's gonna be an amazing warrior. Okay.
My Beppo guy.
Oh God. Okay. I have to ponder this. In the meantime,
Beppo, listen. If you really want to
Yes.
come with us,
Why are you
meet
yelling?
us at the gate tomorrow morning at first light.
Okay. Well, I can do that.
Your mom will get 100 gold up front and 150 extra when we bring you back, or when you come home.
Okay. I'll
We
tell
might- we
her
might
everything
not
you
be
told
there.
me. Okay, bye.
Well, don't mention the crystals.
Why not?
Oh, I didn't think you'd hear that.
Well, we're not supposed to keep secrets.
Oh, I don't know if you'd do well with us then.
Well, you're supposed to be told about those at level. You know, when you reach Adventure 9, and you're kind of ahead
Oh.
there. It's just not fair to other if they know. It's supposed to be a secret
Oh,
until you
okay,
reach a certain
okay.
level.
Right. Oh, I see.
So
Okay.
you and your mom can both reach that level, but she has to find out, when she reaches that one.
Got it. Okay. What? What? Tomorrow morning?
Yep,
At the gates?
first light. Yes, first light.
Okay.
Oh, wait, Beppo, before you leave, I do have a question. Are you ever allowed to leave the village?
Well, like I said,
Like, does your family ever just, like, go for a stroll?
well, yeah, generally we're allowed to like leave the village, but not leave the village, if you know what I mean. Like we can go walk through the forest and stuff. The druids keep an eye over us. But if you mean like leave the village, well, there's a couple of us that they call them. They're the merchants. After they've proven their stuff as adventurers, they're the ones that go out and sell all of our jewelry.
Okay, interesting. What, could you, okay. Are there any of those merchants around? Well, Beppo, you're just so,
let him
you're
go
just so
ask his mother.
seasoned,
Let
you
him
know?
go. Yes, they have to get. Hey, we
Is
need.
adventuring
Beppo,
just
you-
answering questions all the time?
You'd be surprised, honestly. It's either asking questions or answering questions.
What
There's
are
really
you-
no in between.
Okay,
Sometimes the answer is a sentence. Sometimes the
Beppo,
answer is like a sword. But
He's this guy. I don't listen to him. Adventure is much more than that. It's an amazing experience, and we hope to see you and your mom at the entrance of the town tomorrow.
Okay.
He runs off. Oh boy, that was something else.
anyway, now, I lean over to all of them and go, "Thank you for that. I have now spoken to that child long enough that I can turn into him. Beppo lives forever."
You just
Beppo's coming
text
with
me
us
what you
one
want
or
him
the
to
other.
say, and I'll voice him, or you can attempt the Beppo voice.
I would like to hear his version of it. Well, Almyre, you might get two little buddies.
Beppo, it's
little-
coming.
That's
little
pretty
buddy.
I can do the Beppo voice.
A little buddy and little buddy's mom. Ah,
I'll
great.
be here, little buddy.
God, that means we'll have to find another buddy for ourselves as well. So too. All right.
No, that means that Pascal gets to be the big buddy for once. We need to find Pascal a little buddy.
Pascal catches a fly with his tongue and just like is holding it up in his hand, just like this just squishes it.
Oh God, he killed it.
Pascal, I don't like the way you murdered that little buddy.
He sticks it in
You're
his
supposed to
mouth.
help it, not kill it. Note to self: never turn into something that Pascal can eat.
After that, I'm gonna go and walk towards the merchant. Finally.
Okay. Yeah. So you go. Yeah. So you go by the merchant. I guess the house. It's more like a general store for the people that live here, but there's a few magical items on display. As you walk in again, this is Gavin's Goodies. You've got your standard fare: breads, cheeses, pipeweed, some bourbons and wines. But in a glass case, there are a few things. And as you walk in, Gavin runs over and he says, "Hi, what can I do for you? Name's Gavin."
Hi, Gavin. I'm Sir Horace, and Phelan said we could get
Oh,
some.
a knight.
Goods over here.
Do I hear coins jingling in your pocket? He's like looking around, trying to like mess with your pockets.
Lonely a couple. Smack his hands out of the way. What magical items or weapons do you have?
Oh, we don't have any need of weapons here. We got our brains for that. But if you're looking for items with magic, I got a few of those. I got some rings. I got an amulet over here. You look like a discerning buyer, so I'll give you a good deal on these things. This is the best I got. Okay. He points at the item in the glass case here. This amulet. It looks like these brass cogs that are moving back and forth. He says, "You see this here? It's a clockwork amulet. You can roll a 10 on a d20 once a day, whatever that means."
Can I do a perception check to see if there's just a crown that looks relatively new to the collection, sitting waiting to be purchased?
No, of course not. No, Phelan would have absolutely have taken that with him.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure.
I understand. And he says, and we got 2 rings over here. We got a ring of water walking, and we got a ring of feather falling. It kind of rolls off the tongue.
I can. How much is the ring of featherfall?
It's 1,000 gold. It's the best deal I got. It's the best price you'll see all day.
I have Featherfall. It's okay. We don't
What's
have.
what's the other ring?
The ring of water walking.
I'll buy both for 500.
Oh, what do you take me for, fool? What's the lowest I can go? It's Gavin's Goodies, the lowest prices in town. Come on, you can't shortchange me like that.
I think I'm buying both for 500, and I wave my hand.
What the fuck was that?
Damn it.
I don't think you understood
Gavin.
the reference, Horace.
I thought this was a magic town. I'm sorry.
Gavin, listen. Any chance you have a brother who sells items comparable to yours that we could maybe also speak to you and use?
Nope, I'm an only
Or is it
child, and
just
that's
you?
why I'm sort of
Oh.
fucked up. Yep, just me. They say I ate my brother in the womb.
That's kind of cool, I guess.
My God. Okay. You just aren't afraid to say anything, are you?
Nope, not
Whatever
at
comes
all.
into your head. Okay.
Money, money,
Are these
money.
Are these the only magical items that you have?
Well, I got some potions of healing over there, but they're getting kind of dusty. You know, we don't get too many adventurers in town these days.
And what type?
Oh,
Were they
we got it
stronger or
all.
were they
We got it
weak?
all. We got it all. We got it all. I won't nudge on these prices, but I'll drop them in the Discord chat. These are just kind of like the set prices for healing
Oh,
potions.
you can bargain anything.
No.
That's the rules of the game.
Not,
The
not
game.
healing potions. Respect it.
Wait. Okay.
Damn. I
Inflation sucks.
know.
Yeah, quite the growth there.
God.
Feather
That you forget about. No wonder they.
falling is nice, but I don't think it's worth 1,000 gold.
I know, right?
I think I'll take my gold elsewhere to another shop around here.
Hey, ain't nobody else selling stuff like this but me.
Is he lying?
It's a small village. I mean, this is like the only store in town. There's not a lot of people that live here.
I'd rather keep my gold.
You have. After Horace leaves, I want to ask the guy.
Hey, gorgeous.
Hey, I feel weird. Do you have a clothing store? Maybe a hat store?
For big folks like yourself, no.
Yeah.
But
Maybe a tailor?
What, they can't make it bigger?
well, I
You
can find-
you just use more materials, I look back.
well, do you want an ill-fitting cloak? Because we're built different. All right, now a hat, yes. Listen, Tippy she's a seamstress. If you find a hat here you like, I got a few on the wall. You could take it over to Tippy. She could probably fix it up for you. I hear you might be leaving tomorrow, so yeah, she should have that done for you.
Okay. Do you have any that look... Avery, I'm going to text you.
Okay. That's fine.
Oh God, are we doing the hat bit again? Sweet.
Hat on a hat. Oh, thank you for changing the profile picture in the group chat.
Yeah, I just saw
that's
that.
Very good. Oh, yeah, sure. He's
They
like,
got any hat that looks like that?
Yeah, we got something similar to what you're looking for. Yeah, take it over to
Oh.
Tippy. She could fit you right up.
Okay. How much do I owe you?
For the hat, let's say 10 gold. For the tip, about sending it to Tippy, maybe another 5. Yeah.
You are
What can I
quite the
say?
green man, but I guess nobody really comes into town that often, so
Nope. We call it the
So,
tourist
yes.
tax.
here you go,
Yeah.
15 gold.
Thank
They're
you.
really jump-starting their economy here.
They really are. And then I head over to Tippy alone.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Austin, I'll say no problem. Tippy fixes that up.
Oh, perfect.
And I'll just text you back.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All
What are
right.
the stores they got? Is that it?
That's it. so there is this workshop over here, but it's otherwise just like small residences, storehouse thing.
Oh, they have like a metallurgy place, right?
Yeah, so
Or
that's
is
what
it just
so that's what this warehouse was. Actually, that you passed by on your way to go see Phelan. So if you want to like poke your head inside,
Yeah, we'll see
you,
what they
you can
got.
take a look. Yeah, they're friendly. They're they let you in. Now, granted, the door is short, so you do have to duck in. But what you see when you get inside is you see about half a dozen halflings all sitting at workbenches. They've got these leather cloaks on. They've got these eyepieces, and it appears that they're looking very closely at jewelry. Sapphires, emeralds, they're insetting into rings and necklaces made of all sorts of exotic metals. And you do see in the back corner an elder halfling who appears to be casting some sort of spell, doing some sort of magic over what looks like a finished piece of jewelry.
Which building is this?
This is what you assume to be the shop. This like squarish.
Well, I go up to whoever looks most like a shopkeep.
Yeah,
know.
you go over to well, they all kind of look the same. So do you want to approach one of the people working on like mundane things, or
I'll do the last one, the one who's
The ones
who's
that's doing
adding
magic?
the magic. Yeah.
okay?
Hello, excuse me.
Yeah, he doesn't notice your presence at first, but after you speak up, he looks at you with these big goggles, and his hands are full of magic, about to cast something over this. He says, "Why can't you see I'm working?"
Yeah, I actually was going to ask about it and see if I could assist. I know some magic myself and would love to learn from you.
Oh, is that right? Oh, I've heard that one before. What you got? Let me see it. He dispels the magic from his hands and kind of motions at this emerald inlaid silver necklace that's sitting in front of him.
Yeah, I'm really not much of an enchantress. Enchantment magic is something that I still would like to learn about and to learn more of. But I'm very good at chronology. I can mess with time a little bit.
Now that is an exotic magic.
Oh yes, and I snap my fingers and put him in momentary stasis.
When he rolls a save against that, right?
Yeah, Constitution save.
Okay. Yeah, he's a 13.
Yep, that fails.
Okay. Yeah, he's
So he
like,
is incapacitated.
yeah, he's about to breathe in. But yeah, he freezes in time. What do you do before it wears off? Because you have like what, 6 seconds, I guess, before starting your next turn.
Is he with a ring or a necklace?
It's a necklace that's sitting on the table in front of him.
A necklace? Oh, I put the necklace on him.
He snaps.
You're
back,
not even stealing anything? That's hilarious.
and he's like, "That's pretty exact." Whoa, what? The necklace? That's on me. How'd you do that? I Chronurgy?
Chronurgy, baby.
Wow. All right. Well, you've caught my ear. What can I do for you, Mrs.?
I just wanted to take a look around. You know, we're just passing through, and we are inevitably going to forget about
Oh,
this
of course,
place.
of course, of course. That's why we're so
Yes,
cheery
I-
here. If anyone's
Yeah,
an
I got
asshole,
that.
they'll never remember.
Well, that's fair enough. So I just wanted to see, you know, what you were working on and see if there's anything I can learn from you.
Oh, sure. Well, you see here, this is the warehouse. Gems come in from the dwarves. We work them into something pretty. Sometimes we enchant them with magic, and then our little adventuring buds, they go out and they sell them, and they bring gold back, and the cycle continues. So we like to keep ourselves secret, because, well, if anyone knew that this place existed, they'd come in and they'd raid all of our things, and we'd be displaced. It's just
Of
a whole,
course,
you know,
course.
yada, 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 yada. Yeah, I'd like to fancy myself as a pretty good enchanter, but that Phelan, he's the best of them.
That makes sense. He seemed to really give off just an aura of magic, which is very rare.
It's practically dripping off him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The name is Franklin, by the way. How about you?
Oh, I'm Almyre.
Well, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. Do you have anything for sale that you've been working on?
No, sorry. It's just I've been working at this amulet all day, and our last wanderer, he just left the village. I mean, Gavin's got a few things, but no,
Yeah,
just
Gavin's
just
been
knickknacks.
jacking up the prices, I can tell. So.
Oh yeah, that tourist tax. Yep. Sorry, I couldn't even put in a good word with you. He slapped my mother across the face when he was a kid, so
Oh
kind
my
of hate his
lord!
guts.
Yeah. Wow, that got weird fast.
Rayla did say he was kind of a rascal when he was younger, but I did not realize it was this bad.
Yeah. What what spell are you enchanting this amulet with?
Oh, it's just I was gonna try and enchant this with a health spell, amulet of health, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working at it all day here. But I mean, we do have a few odds and ends, a few low-level things, some spell scrolls and the like. But probably nothing that would catch your eye. You seem like you know what you're doing.
I know a bit. You said some spell scrolls though, like
Yeah,
what kind of level are we talking about?
Yeah, first and second levels. If you want to go rummage through the box over there. They're mostly enchantment spells.
Yeah. Well, and what I've noticed, in my being more of the adventuring type, that if I come across any enchantment spells, I usually pass on them because they usually don't have much use for me. But it's something that's always fascinated me, and I've always wondered, at the end of my days, whenever I'm done adventuring, what do I want to do when I settle down? And I've got all this magic, I might as well put it to some good use.
Well, I'm glad I could. That's excellent to hear. I'm glad I could aid in that. Yeah, just rifle through there. You know what? Because you impressed me, you can take one for free.
Well, thank you so much. I'll take a look and.
Yeah. So pick pick a first or second level enchantment spell. And just add that as a spell scroll.
Cool.
Whatever you'd like.
Do you happen to have any gems and stuff we can maybe put on my lady's armor?
Gems? Oh, yeah, we got some rubies and emeralds, sapphires. What do you like, miss? You got kind of a green aura about you.
Maybe some red ruby?
Ooh, yeah, that would look excellent. Yeah. He calls over one of his workers, whistles at him and say, "Hey, why don't you cut up some rubies nice and small? Maybe we'll get something pretty on this lady's armor here. I will have to charge you for that service. You have done nothing to impress me, quite frankly, other than stand there and oogle. But,
Well, I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting them for free, and you just come at me like that? I was ready and willing to pay. What? I thought after Gavin I'd have a better experience here, but I'm sorry, Glitter, I don't want to...
We're all kind of come from the same cloth.
establishment.
Yeah, well, I'll charge you $100. Sorry, $100. There ain't no deer in
what
here.
$100.
Ain't no deer
I
in
have
here.
to kill 100 deer.
Yes. Wow, they really do that around here? That's kind
My
of crazy.
God. Well, okay.
Yeah, Andrew.
You may have done a little bit of rude there, but 100 I will take.
Tell you what, for the rudeness, I'll knock it down to 75. That's on me.
Thank you. I'll hand over 75.
Okay. Yeah. Glitter takes off her armor and hands it over to Franklin over here. And she says, "Yeah, I'll have that ready in a bit."
Thank you. All right,
Alrighty.
I'm done.
Cool. So I think just to speed things up, Jeatz, was there anything that you wanted to do?
No.
So we'll say it's approaching nighttime, and Almyre, you may go pick up your thing from Tippy.
Awesome, great. I will go pick it up.
Let's see what the hell the pad is.
Franklin comes to find you, Horace, and hands over Glitter's armor. And then Jeatz, if you're just hanging out, maybe sipping on some whiskey. But yeah, one of the guards comes by, and says, Phelan told me that you'd be sleeping in the barracks tonight. If you would just follow me, please. I must detain you for the evening.
Can I want to chat up the guard as we're going to the barracks and be like, "Oh, that would be wonderful. Thank you so much. What was your name again?"
Oh, the name's Greedo.
Greedo. Well, thanks for taking care of us. Don't shoot,
It's spelled with
and
2 E's. By the way, like Greedo. Legally distinct. Is my middle name actually.
Oh yes, okay.
Kind of a weird middle name, but
Well, Guido, where are you from? Are you from here?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, some from like alien plane. That'd be weird.
Oh no, I mean no, I wasn't saying that. I thought you were from some alien plane. You know, there's many
No,
places in the material plane, obviously.
Yeah,
I was just
well,
thinking,
guess,
just trying to make small talk.
There are halflings out and about, but it's pretty rare we get a transplant from somewhere else. Well, they don't even know about us, so you know.
Well,
Just
okay,
kinda is
so
how it is.
tell me about. I don't know. I feel like we haven't learned much about. It's no harm, right? Because we're not gonna know. We're not gonna remember anything when we leave.
Well,
Could
the
you
other side
tell
of
us
that
a little bit about
coin
what's.
is why would I even tell you anything if you're just gonna forget it anyway?
Well, I don't know. I think just common courtesy is just to have a nice conversation. I just was trying to. I think knowledge is very important, whether we remember or not.
Roll me a persuasion check.
I'd like to know that when I'm out there, that
16.
I'm the top. I would enjoy knowing now, even though I'll forget it.
Fine. What would you like to know? We'll take it a little slow to the barracks, but when we get there, nothing from me, okay?
That's fine.
I gotta
before you
maintain
go
a
on,
professional air.
Before you go on, is Phelan? At least he was gonna meet us, right?
Yeah, Phelan will meet you in the barracks in a little bit.
I just want to know a little bit about the town. Like, how long have y'all been here? It's just like, standard fact finding. Nothing.
Well, I'm young
Nothing
for a
like-
halfling, but we've been here for centuries,
Whole time.
maybe thousands of years. I don't know. You have to ask. You have to ask Phelan. It's been at least a few centuries.
Were you here first, or the dwarves?
The dwarves had already carved their way out here. We just settled in and made a bit of a alliance with them, as my understanding, about when we first got settled here.
Oh, interesting. I mean, that makes sense. Were you ever friends with any of the dwarven families?
No, they come by here and again. I know some first names, but I wouldn't say that I'm like friends with any of them. They come by maybe twice a year with their haul. So I guess I know the merchants that come through. What they do our trading with, but I ain't no merchant. I'm just a guard, so I just kind of like stand there and look angry. So the dwarves don't try anything, and also so our people don't try anything against the dwarves. Keeping the peace and all that.
Do you think anyone would try something against the dwarves? Like, is there a bad blood or anything?
No. That's quite peaceful.
Oh, okay. I don't know. That just making sure. That kind of sounded like a little bit of a red flag, but I guess if everything's fine, everything's fine.
And everything is fine. All right, you got one more question. All right, we're almost to the barracks.
Oh, okay. Listen. It's not really about. I'm not trying to gain like useful knowledge in the sense. I just like to know who I'm talking to.
Was that a question?
No, it was just a statement. Do you have family?
Yeah. I got a little brother. I got a wife. No kids yet, though.
No kid though.
Well, not yet.
As an addendum to my original question, can I just say, like, are you planning on having a family? I've been thinking about starting one of my own.
Yeah. Yeah, we're trying.
Okay, I was just curious. I mean, I don't know. I've been thinking about when I settle down. Life has been obviously hard for as an adventurer, so. But we've been thinking about getting our own little one.
What?
Are you and him together?
No. He's actually with the small floating fairy, Pixie.
Oh,
Or they say they're not, but
Oh, little will they won't they situation.
Yeah, I don't know. They keep calling each other each other's, but then when you ask them, they're like, no, we don't know, and it's just like I just wish they'd decide. I've seen them together since they met, and they're really perfect for each other.
Oh yeah, well that's nice. I hope when my kid brother Beppo grows up, he finds someone nice. You seem like
Beppo's your brother. He's charming.
Yeah. He can be, yeah.
Random question. Do you think
Yeah.
you'd be interested in going on a trip?
A trip? Yeah, he seems like the adventurous type.
Well, I mean, if he, let's
What
say
kind
he
of trip?
decided to go with us, do
Hang
you
on.
think? Do you
Go
think?
with you.
Yeah, I mean, well, in theory, we're not going to remember him after tomorrow anyway.
No, of course you won't.
I mean, one though, how could you forget Beppo? Beppo's just going to be imprinted on all of our minds.
Oh,
But
of course,
I think
yeah.
I'll
He's a
remember
little
Bevel for the
charmer.
rest of my days. I look fondly off. him.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess if we're talking in hypotheticals, yeah, I guess he'd like it.
okay. Avery, what was his name one more time?
Greedo.
Greedo. Great. Greedo and Beppo.
Greedo?
Incredible.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Okay. Thank you for making him his brother. I cannot describe to you my current plans, how much better that makes this.
All right. You finally get to the doors of the barracks, and he's like, "All right. I guess you seem like good people. I won't shackle you up, but understand I do have to lock up the jail cell."
No, of course. Listen, Greedo, you're such a kind soul, and Beppo's really fortunate to have a brother like you.
Oh, thanks.
As we walked in, can I have been looking around to see if there's like an armor room or anything where they keep like uniforms?
Yeah, so I would say that when you first walk in, it's kind of like a break room almost. There's like a few tables, there's like a deck of cards, a candle, a big hearth. And there are 2 rooms jutting off. One of them is an armory, and the other one looks like a sword training room.
Mhm.
Like where you train to shoot like arrows, use sword, that kind of thing. And then through a big doorway, there's kind of this open area with a few jail cells, all like 1, 2, 3, 4 against the back wall.
Okay. Well, Greedo, it really has been a pleasure.
Oh, yes, pleasure to meet your acquaintance as well.
Well, and I will say, even if we don't remember Beppo, please give him our best.
I will do. I'm sure he'll be happy we spoke.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad.
Okay, so Greedo escorts you in, but another guard takes over and splits you up. You and Glitter in one cell, and then Jeatz and Almyre, the pair of you, are in another cell.
Do they lock it, or
yes, it's
like
locked.
are we kind of? Oh, I thought
Just
we
to-
might. I thought these were like the biggest beds they had, so we'd just
Which-
be sleeping in here.
No. Well, they were locking
And
you up to
not
make sure that
like
you don't
that.
run away.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh,
Hmm.
I thought I changed that song.
Does one of us want to? I bet. Okay. Do they leave and like? Is there anyone else in here except us?
Uh,
Or does Greedo leave and we're the only ones?
So there is one guard at the moment, but soon after, Phelan comes in with another guard behind him. So here, I'll put you over this way. So it's a pair of you. There's a guard at the door here, and then Phelan comes in with another guard with him.
Okay. I guess I won't do anything if there's people there.
Yeah, Phelan comes in, sees you all nice and locked up, and he says, "Please forgive us. I hope you understand. We have to keep you in here just to make sure that you don't try anything.
No,
Try to escape with the knowledge of the village existing. You can't have that, and I know that you all would never betray our trust in that way. After all, we did have quite the exchange, information for this here crown. Well, not this year crown. I speak figuratively, of course. I don't have it with me.
It's perfectly fine. We understand that. I guess maybe if your guard could bring us some of that whiskey ale for the night.
Oh, yes.
Since we can't stay in the tavern, we'd love to have.
Of
more
course,
of that
of course. Yeah, you see him close his eyes, and he says, "Oh, I'll have that right away. Can't have story time with that brew, if you know what I mean."
Absolutely.
Okay, so where to begin? You want to know about Melchior, right?
I get out a piece of paper and start writing it down.
Yeah. I guess you would have parchment, and like a quill or something in your adventuring pack. He says, "Yes, feel free, of course, to write this down. But if you don't mind me vetting what you've written down before you leave, if that's okay."
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
All right. So, where to begin? Let me find some music here. All right. How long ago was it? It was before my time, and even I'm quite old. It was my great grandfather, perhaps. He's when this first started around then. So you see, the Lucem Empire was not always an empire. It was several disparate city-states, and you had a few allies grouped together. Marshfen was perhaps the most powerful at the time, being the largest, and they had a wall. Beltide and Duvos, they had an alliance. Last Hearth was kind of up there to the north on their own. And this small city-state of Lucem was down to the south near the mountains. Now, King Melchior was the leader of Lucem, this small city-state that was kind of cut off from the rest of the continent. But one day, he had traveled to Marshfen and made an alliance between Marshfen and Beltide, and he was put up there to the north to create a library up on one of the plateaus as the mountains start to descend. And so he agreed, and so they built the library, the tallest that the world had ever seen. And soon after that, my people realized, see, they had come to visit my forefathers as well. We had a small village just north of Marshfen, so they were also part of that treaty. And we quickly realized that Melchior had done something interesting. It seemed that every treaty talk that he had come away from, everyone was in agreement, and my forefathers were no exception. And so the mages of our people grew quite weary, and so they investigated heavily. And we sent spies in and found that King Melchior was in fact using memory magic. Now, this was not something that we had much knowledge about, but we did our research, and a evil creature seemed to be the originator from it. And we lost many people to get this secret, but we found out how to do memory magic. Now, in secret, when the library was being constructed, also, you may know of the Lucivatus Tower. It's as tall as a mountain. Now, no one knew that this tower was being built through some very, very expert illusion magic to cover up its construction. But as soon as the Lightwatch Tower was built, so too the Lucivatus Tower was revealed. And magic spewed forth from the Lucivatus Tower to Lightwatch, and with that washed a wave of memory charm. And all of a sudden, everyone in all of what now King Melchior would call the Empire was under his influence, and they all accepted him as their god king. Now, I do not know how King Melchior keeps such a long life, for he has outlived many of my people. If he was just a raisin sitting in that fucking tower, I would not be surprised. But as it stands today, my people recognized very quickly, and we fled here, created this small little town, and with charms we were able to protect ourselves from the initial attacks, I would say, on our memory, despite our proximity to the tower. And so from then on, no one was aware of our presence, and we made out a living. When we first got here, we made a treaty with the dwarves, you see, as they obviously did not want King Melchior to reign over them as well, so they fled underneath the mountains and are unaffected thanks to rock and stone, blocking the magic. And so here we are.
So,
an empire that everyone agrees on, whether they like it or not.
In your learning, did you find a way to restore memory? Or is there a way for you to overwhelm the charm that's on us, and like maybe keep a charm with us that, like, could we like pocket size some item that allows us to overcome the land charm?
We can only protect against memory magic. It is not something that we have the ability to reverse. However, we do have charms that would prevent a modify memory spell from affecting you, but understand that we could not give that to you, or you would leave with memory of this place.
Well, what if you gave it to us after you modified the memory, so that, because you're saying that you can't like post undo it, right? Like, it's, if you've already done it to us, then it would be fine.
I suppose I could leave you with something of that sort, somehow. Yes, I'll tell you what I'll do. When you leave the village in the morning, I will introduce you to Leica. As you might already know, the druids, we do not influence their memory, as they are quite helpful to us. We have a symbiotic relationship there. I can give this charm to Leica, and he can give it to you and explain what it is without telling you why he's giving it to you.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Is there a way for us to stop, I guess, the influence of this magic across the whole area? To maybe overthrow the power of Lightwatch?
If you destroy Lightwatch Tower, that would greatly decrease King Melchior's memory charm influence, particularly over the north. However, Lucivatus still emits a very, very strong charm in and of itself. The greater problem is that King Melchior now has generations of people who believe that he is the king. We're talking hundreds of years.
But I guess at least if that was broken, maybe doubt would be spreading, and that alone would be powerful.
Yes, I have heard
Doubt
of this
is a powerful
organization
drug.
called the Eclipse, and they are trying to sow those seeds of doubt. I'm unsure if their mission is successful, but perhaps the memory charm is losing its effect in Melchior's old age. I'm unsure. But what I can tell you is if you destroy the source, Lucivatus Tower itself, then I think King Melchior himself will fall.
I look over at Almyre and I go, how many fireballs do you think that would take?
Quite a few.
Your fireballs would have no effect over that tower. It's protected even greater than an ancient dragon's horde.
Let me ask you this. So, I understand maybe we can't keep it from... The problem we're running into is we seem to have not modified memories, but locked memories. Like the three of us do, or at least the two of us. I'm not sure about Almyre. Is there a way you could maybe help us unlock those blocked memories?
It would function the same. I'm afraid I cannot unlock them for you. However, there are rumblings of psionics that could perhaps do this. The dwarves.
I think to my crystal meth.
The dwarves, they say, they've told me the reason the hammerholders have not come up out of their halls in so long was something akin to this. Something about psionic energy.
Well, it's because they're all dead. I think that's really important to explain.
So the rumors are not true then. It was not about psionic energy.
Well, no, it was. That's the reason they're dead.
I see.
But those psionics would not help us.
You don't happen to have any of that on you now, do you? Whatever it is.
The psionics?
I rub off some elder brain.
Oh, no. We're good. We're not under the influence of the crystal method.
I see.
I give
guess
a jittery look over to my pack.
outside of that, would you have heard of someone named Ariazel?
Ariazel. He thinks back. I'm gonna have him roll a history check. Actually.
It's an old name, and I'm not sure if maybe he was someone that got forgotten along with everything else.
He might be gay for Odegaard. I'm not sure, though.
Ariazel does not pop up in my memories, but if you believe that this Ariazel is a powerful creature, perhaps he's the one that supplied Melchior with his memory charms and all his power. If that were the case, and if this creature is still alive, I would stay very far away from him. We live peaceful lives here, and people seem to be happy generally under King Melchior's reign. If he died, so be it, but do not involve us in that war.
Thank you. And I guess one last question, I guess, for me is this, more pressing for us is if you have any information on Victor Kane, his whereabouts, and maybe his strength.
Yes.
And
Like,
himself and people around him.
Leica of the Circle of the Moon can tell you all about Victor Kane. We do not have
We're
enough
still
time here tonight.
We're still not 100% sure that Victor Kane is not just Ariazel, right?
I think he's worked with Ariazel.
I think we think Melchior is Ariazel.
I think anyone could be Ariazel. I look
I'm
suspiciously at
Ariazel.
I look suspiciously at Jeatz.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a strong possibility that Ariazel's like my great-great-grandfather, so that's cool.
Alright, well, that's good. Someone else will have some information on Victor, so we at least have a little information of what we're going against. Thank you, Phelan.
Of course. And apologies for the guards watching over you while you sleep. Just understand why it's necessary. That's to protect my family.
As long as Greedo doesn't shoot, I think we'll be okay.
Greedo is actually a terrible shot with a bow and arrow. That's why he's in the village and not on the watchtower. But don't tell him I said that.
How's Beppo?
No, Beppo? He's a lovely little kid.
Is he a good shot?
Is Beppo related to you in any way?
Me?
Are you Beppo's son?
No. Greedo and Beppo, we're not related. Perhaps kin long ago, but no longer.
Okay. Well.
Phelan downs the rest of his ale. And says,
one last question. I'm so sorry. When you do erase our memory, are we gonna remember coming out of the mountain? Like, how far are you erasing back?
Oh, you'll just show up in the forest. That's how you'll understand it.
But will we remember the mountain itself?
Yes, I see no reason to erase you being in the halls of the Hammerholder family.
So it'll be as if we left the mountain and then we were just in the woods.
Showed up in the woods, yes, of course.
Okay. Interesting.
Alrighty, well, good evening to you, and I hope you don't think of trying anything.
I've never.
With that, we'll end our session.
Avery challenging me to remember that Greedo's name is Greedo.
Before I forget next time.
Oh, okay. Before we go to the thanks for watching screen.
Can I say that just in case he does anything, can I duplicate my notes on a different piece of paper just in case he looks over and does something with the notes?
Yeah, totally.
And I'll keep that somewhere else in a pot in my shirt or something, just in case he.
Okay.
Can we write it in her wizard book, in Almyre's wizard book?
Well, Almyre doesn't have a wizard book.
Almyre doesn't.
Crystals.
Oh,
we have a book or something.
Enough strategizing. Thanks for watching. Bye.